What is up, A team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day or night, depending on what. But I hope it is awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about crypto, to talk more about the markets. Markets are looking really, really good, dude. I'm excited to sort of see us bounce back. I get this is just a nice little relief rally here. You got a lot of people who are optimistic. You got a lot of people who are pessimistic. I mean, if you are on X or any other platform following crypto, you'll definitely see a lot of people have their opinions on where the markets are going, where they think the markets are heading. Again, you got people who are very pessimistic as to the market's going to crash. We're going to go into a bear market. And then you got a lot of other people out there. And I'd say that there's probably more people who are bullish than there are people that are bearish, at least on my timeline. Maybe I my algorithm is a more positive timeline. But what's crazy about this is the market's bounced back nicely. We're seeing that we're back up here. The trend of what I put out there, if you guys don't remember, I put out a trend. I think it was roughly around, I think my internet's a little messed up. I think I'm lagging out here. Hopefully I'm not. Let me know if I am. But what I was saying is that there was a trend here. I'll put it up on the screen here real quick before we jump into all the news. As you guys know, I was following, Timothy over here, Timothy Peterson. He put out this showing that the average is 90% on the 1st of January and a 70% chance it will be in the positive on the 2nd of January. And I'd say that history has repeated itself. History repeating itself has not been the biggest thing in crypto lately. It seems like it's been one of the worst things in crypto is repeating itself. Anytime that we think that we see a trend and or a trend should continue, it seems to have backfired on us. And unfortunately, right now we're kind of in that same boat. Like, do we trust our indicators? Do we not? I will be honest. I did not trust my indicators. I sold a little bit early. As you guys know, I sold on stream yesterday. If I kept that, if I didn't sell my $1,600, I'd probably be close to like $4,000 or $5,000 in profits right now. I ended up keeping my Solana long overnight, and I ended up cashing out my Solana long this morning. I did come in here and put in some shorts. I did look at indicators here. It is Friday. If we go back, we'll look at the history of every Friday for like the past probably, 5 months, and we'll see where the indicators are. And we can see that most Fridays into Saturdays tend to go back into the red, at least when the daily is oversold. Again, not the 4 hour, we're talking the daily. When the daily is oversold, it tends to come down on a Friday, which is really weird across the board. So again, I'm playing that. Whether I'm right or wrong, I don't know. I just know that I cashed out my longs. I'm now going to be entering some shorts. And we do know, based off the information that we have right here, that shorts are getting obliterated right now. You can see most of the shorts are getting wrecked in the last 24 hours. We have 321 million shorts getting wrecked in the last 24 hours. In the last 12 hours, about 267. And in the last 4 hours, we're at 176. That ratio is big, dude. Even the hour ratio is pretty good size. So what does that tell me? That tells me that, most likely, more likely than not, the shorts are going to come back around and start liquidating the longs at some point. Again, I don't know exactly the point of when it's going to happen, but we can say that it's probably coming sooner rather than later. But with all that said, you can see right here, cryptocurrency market is back above a $3.08 trillion market cap. Great to see us back above a $3 trillion. As you guys know, that was the previous high of the previous bull, and we came down and hit that again. So hopefully we can actually bounce back off of that and create a new high when it comes to market cap. You can see Bitcoin finally got over the 90,000 mark. Ethereum back over the 3,000 mark, 31. This went up to 3,178 this morning. I was looking at my my ETH balance, and I was like, holy crap, this thing jumped up nicely. You can see right here, XRP teetering around the $2 mark right here. That's going to be a lot of buy orders coming in here. We can actually go and look at this and see the amount of buy orders that are coming here, but I bet you there's a lot of resistance sitting here at $2. I bet you it's probably going to hit a wall, which has already started to hit a wall. And we'll look at that through our liquidation here today of where the walls are going to be hit. But I'm betting, that's why I put my short in, is because I'm betting that the $2 wall will be there. We can actually pull it up right now. Let's just pull it up right now. We can actually take a look at it here. We see liquidation levels here. And that's what's kind of crazy about this. If you look at the liquidation levels, oh, that's not what I wanted. Come here, baby. Let's go to liquidation map. If you go down, you actually pull up, you can go down here and you can pull up like XRP, for instance, here. Let's pull up XRP. Again, I'm just using XRP as an example here, but you can see that the $2 is actually not that bad of a buy wall from shorts right here. I mean, the leveraging is not that bad actually, but you can definitely see that there's a wall here, just a tad bit, not too much actually. Wow, kind of impressed. Not that much of a wall here for the hyperliquid side. So kind of interesting that we haven't seen that. Let's go up here and look at it, see if we can pull in XRP over here. Let's see where the walls are at over here. Yeah, but there's not too many. I'm actually kind of surprised. Okay, so not too many for buy orders, at least from the hyperliquid standpoint. So maybe $2 isn't going to be a big wall. You can see right here, the big wall is actually sitting around 211. for short liquidation. So I mean, like, we'll see what happens here. There's not that big of a wall, actually. Kind of shocked by that. So okay, prove me wrong right there. I didn't look before I said that. Like I said, the markets are actually looking good overall. It's what we wanted. Realize that there's going to be ups and downs. It's not always going to be green. It's not always going to be red. We're going to have our ups and downs, but I'm going to remain bullish. Like I know people laugh at that and think that we've hit this market, but I think I've tried to remain bullish in a bearish market. I think that 2026, again, all indicators are out there telling us that 2026 actually could be a very positive year, at least in Q1 and Q2, and then we could probably fall into some levels, but that's kind of where it's at. So before I jump into anything further here, I do want to say what's up to the A team. We got Andrew V in the house. Not clickbait enough for what's coming. I know, right? I should make it more clickbaity, right? I should say like $1,000 XRP by June, right? Is that what you want, Andrew? Just kidding, buddy. Good to see you, man. Tony Punch in the house here. Ozak, good to see you. Just Maui, Mike, Griff, good to see you guys. Anthony, appreciate you guys being here. We got Mike in the house here. We got Guy. What's up, Guy? Good to see you, man. XRP. Yeah, H-Bar's killing it too, man. HR is killing it. Jonah, what's up, buddy? We got 13 Clayton. Good to see you, man. We got Cody in the house here. General Maffa, what's up, buddy? We got Josh. Good to see you. Good to see my guy. We got Trent in the house here. Good to see Trent. Tobias. Good to see you, man. Adam. Baddest Cat. Ashley. Good to see you. Future Hope. And I'm scrolling fast, guys. We're going to get into it here. We got Newbie in the house here. Sir Jeremy. Outdoor Nature. What's up, buddy? Good to see each and every one. You got Jem Deb in the house here. What's up, Jen? Good, Jen. Marty's in the house here. What's up, everyone over on the TikTok side? XRP is the chosen one. XRP is, yeah, we're all here for XRP. I like XRP. We all know that. Austin's one clickbait free zone. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? I know, right? That's what it feels like. It feels like sometimes, we're always like, are we there yet type of thing. So it's pretty funny how that works out. Shaman says, what's up, buddy? I'll see Shaman says in a minute. Hey, what's up, bud? What's up, bud? All right, let's jump into it. We got some more things to cover here. So we went over that. The stock market actually is kind of flat for the most part. S&P 500 is only 8 points down. NASDAQ's about 56, and the Dow's up about 85. So kind of a conflicted stock market, to be honest with you. We talked about the liquidations here. I showed you that the averages here are 0.19 and 1.19 on January 1st and 1.99 here on the January 2nd. If we go back and actually look at this, we're doing pretty good. I mean, we're right up there in terms of percentages, right? I mean, Bitcoin's about 2.56 up on 24 hours. Ethereum's up about 4.63. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I mean, like I said, I put some shorts in here. Whether these things hold up or not, like, we're going to continue to monitor them. I mean, I have a short in for HBAR. I got a short in for XRP. I got a short in for Solana, and I got a short in for Ethereum. I may put another short in for Bitcoin. Maybe I'll do that a little bit later, but yeah, I do have some shorts coming in just based off the indicators out here, and we can talk about those. But what I wanted to show you guys here is that whales are back, man. You can see right here, just in the past, literally the past like 5 days, addresses holding 1,000 Bitcoin just flipped from a net selling to heavy accumulation again. So it says retail watches price, whales watch liquidity, and right now they're stepping back in. And I've always told you guys, if you followed me for a while, I've always said, follow the whales. If the whales are doing something, you should be doing something too. I mean, it's crazy when people wait. And I just think it's important that people realize that the whales are starting to jump back in, and they're going to want to buy the bottoms of these. You know what I mean? Why are you shorting? Because the indicators are saying to short, dude. I'm not shorting because I don't want the market to go down. Obviously I want the market to be positive. I'm just saying indicators are telling us that it's time to short. And again, it could be a short, it could be a small short, right? It could be maybe only for 4 hours. It could be maybe only for 8 hours, and then we have a positive. But you got to realize what goes up does come down. We had a pretty big rally right now, and again, just because you short the market doesn't mean you want the market to be bad, right? You're just shorting the market to make money. That's what it is. If you're a leverage trading, you're just out there playing the indicators, playing the game. We do know that what goes up comes down. It's green today because, it's the beginning of the year, dude. You got a lot of money flowing back in. You got the beginning of the year, everyone sold off their losses, did their tax harvesting, whatever they might have done, and now they're jumping back in for the brand new year. They're going to be trying to buy this. Again, there's a lot of momentum coming into 2026. Again, I think more momentum than 2025, and I'll show you, dude. 2025 is not. We were expecting such a great year from 2025, and 2025 was actually one of the biggest letdowns in crypto. I don't know the last time I felt like that big of a letdown, because we were all hoping that 2025 was actually going to be the year where we hit unprecedented numbers, and we did hit all-time highs. Like, let's be honest about that. We hit all-time highs. Things were great. Like, I'm not upset about it at all. I'm just saying that we were hoping that we were going to hit numbers that again went into I was hoping that we were actually going to go into the euphoria stage. We never hit the euphoria. Everyone in 2025 that was expecting to hit euphoria, I was expecting to hit euphoria, definitely did not. I mean, I think anyone out there can say that October was the month that we were all projecting that it was going to actually hit all time highs, and that's actually when we hit an all time high and then fell off the cliff. But again, cycle's broke, bro. Cycle has been broke. The 4-year cycle is done, dude. The 4-year cycle of Bitcoin is officially over. So what does that mean? We don't know. Uncharted territories. We're uncharted territories, and I'm going to rather go into uncharted territories being bullish than being bearish. That's just me personally. So, what's XRP's true value, you think? I mean, I've always said that 701 is kind of where my numbers have always been, dude. Pure wallet, just an app hot wallet. Should I get a cold wallet pay version? I'd wait for them to try to get more than just Ethereum in the cold wallet before you buy it. That'd be my take on it, dude, for sure. But again, follow the whales. You can see right here, realized cap for new whales. New whales are coming in at an unprecedented level. As you guys know, whales are anything holding over 1,000 Bitcoin or more. More people are accumulating this, dude. We're talking more and more Bitcoin whales are coming in. 2026 continues to rise, dude. It continues to have a steep climb upward for the amount of people holding more and more Bitcoin. So follow the whales. Don't let all the outside noise come in and take over what you're thinking. I just think that overall, everything's kind of looking good. In addition to that, I showed this chart yesterday. I think it's really important to look at this again. And the reason why is because ETH closed 9 red month candles in 2025. The last time this happened was back here in 2018, which was a bear market. So we technically have gone through one of the worst, 2018 was one of the worst bear markets for Ethereum. And then we went right back in 2025. And this is, I mean, again, although we hit all-time highs, this was obviously very bearish through the whole year. I mean, we're talking 9 out of 12 months. This was in the red. And these are signs that the 4-year cycle is dead. I mean, this is another reason. I mean, this should have actually been, this should have actually been a positive here. And then we should have went into a negative. Like it all got flipped upside down. 4-year cycle null and void. Yeah, I would think so, dude. I think that it is null and void. And the reason why, oops, I clicked on the wrong thing here. I think the reason why is because we're going into a super cycle. We were going into another extended year. Trump obviously suppressed the markets his first term. And again, went through all the tariff issues, went through, the big, beautiful bill trying to get passed, went through a government shutdown. A lot of crazy things kind of happened in 2025. On top of that, trying to end all the wars, trying to end all the conflicts, and obviously coming in as a president, first year in as the president, trying to gauge everything. And again, he's had his ups and downs. No one's perfect, you know what I mean? But I'm hoping that all the money, the trillions and trillions of dollars that have been supposedly getting brought into America to build industry, go back into the markets. And I think that they are. I think that they will. And that's why I said I think Q1 and Q2 of this year will be really, really good. Again, you have this right down here. I always told you guys to follow the RSI. The RSI on Bitcoin, if you go back and actually look at the RSIs on Bitcoin, again, this is a zoomed out map of this. This is back over at every single year here where we've had this. And again, we've hit all-time highs here. Don't get us wrong. Like this, we were at 126 up here. But what's crazy about this is that we're still, even with that all-time highs, our RSI indicators are way, way oversold. It's crazy that we hit these numbers up here with an oversold price like this. I mean, these are bearish indicators right here. Very bearish indicators. But I mean, they're calling it the bullish cross because we're obviously moving up. But I mean, coming down and hitting the bottoms on these RSIs is very bearish, right? And now we're in this bullish cross moment where it's like, hey, are we going to actually continue that trend of building back out right now? And the answer is yeah. And the euphoria stages happen when these actually peak out at their certain peaks up here. We're talking, getting over the 70 to 80% marker, right? That's kind of what we want on the weeklies. And we're seeing that happen in real time right now. So it's hard to be bearish when you start to look at things like this and they're super, super bullish. Anybody there for the pure wallet coins? I don't know if they've released anything. 2025, it's period. At its period every month. It kind of feels like that. Definitely, I know I've been buying since its first move last November. Wish I had found out about XRP sooner. Yeah, I mean, but here we are today, dude. I mean, I think it's at a decent price. Hopefully we can continue to build up. What's up, Craig Beats? Good to see you, dude. Uptime finally, or what? I think we're going to start to, we'll have our ups and downs, our daily ups and downs, but I mean, I think things are looking pretty good. Here's a pretty good view on where we're at right now. Lagging assets are ready to catch up with S&P 500 and gold. As you guys know, Bitcoin, the S&P 500 and gold are kind of a leading indicator for where things could go. Bitcoin has been lagging big time. Tesla, Russell 200, the total 3, those have all been kind of lagging behind that of gold and S&P 500. they've all formed their cup and handles now. And as you can see right here, I thought this was a pretty good idea of where we're at. Tesla, I told you guys, Tesla, best purchase I've had all year in stock was Tesla. It's now forming a cup and handle. We know what happens when this forms. Bitcoin's obviously forming the same thing here with a cup and handle. You got the Russell 2000s that's doing the same thing. And every time we have this, there's usually a breakout, and just S&P 500 and gold have had their breakout. There are the leading indicators here versus a lagging, and it's kind of nice to see. And so people are saying that, I mean, these are all set up to extend here in 2026, whether that's Q1 or Q2, I don't know. But I mean, we're starting to look here that Q1 and Q2 of 2026 is looking pretty damn good. And I think it is too. I think that we're setting, this is on a weekly, you're looking over this on a weekly side of it, just to let you guys know. These are weekly candles here. So a weekly standpoint, I mean, we're looking really, really well from a weekly. We got Tim Shea, we got the Mayor Crypto in the house here. What's up, my guy? Appreciate you. I got 31 XRP. Should I buy more? Probably. Austin, we missed you last night in the X space. We went way off into the conspiracy realm. Oh gosh, conspiracy realm. I don't even want to know if I know what it would be. When we're launching the A-Team coin, I don't know about that. That's funny, dude. XRP, or sorry, ETH, XRP, etc. topped in 2018 after BTC. The same might play out this year. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I think this will be the year that we see. The cup and handle is only bullish till the cup and handle goes bearish. Yeah, I don't know. It's looking pretty good right now. If you believe in free speech, buy a Tesla. If you don't, buy a Tesla. I mean, I love my Tesla, dude. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Tesla. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some things that the Tesla does that pisses me off. I'll be honest about that. You know what I mean? It does some weird. The auto driving sometimes pisses me off. They'll just do some stupid thing. Like we'll be driving nicely, and all of a sudden it just starts like moving and starts like weaving lanes. I'm like, really? So that's looking pretty good. Right here is another one, dude. We obviously know we have the business cycles, which play a big factor to this. Business cycle is probably the biggest thing that we ran into in 2025. Is that the business cycle did not do what we were hoping it was going to do in 2025. We were hoping that in 2025. That we were going to obviously come out here. That was what a lot of us were thinking. I mean, we had Trump coming into office. We had the big, beautiful bill. We had all this money from the deals he's made with tariffs and everything that's went on. And we were hoping that 2025 was going to bring a ton of money into the markets. And it didn't. It didn't. Like, it just flat out didn't. Like, let's just be honest. It didn't do anything. But you can see right here that the business cycle has actually been extended. I mean, this might be one of the longest business cycles we've seen in the last, I don't know, probably 15, 16 years. And it's crazy to think about that, but that's kind of where it's at. I mean, no, it's actually more. Yeah, 16 years, dude. But look at the business cycle, dude. We've been at this low level for the index levels here since 2023. We've been in bearish territory. We haven't actually broke out at all, and well, that's kind of crazy to think that, because as you guys can see right up here, Bitcoin has continued to climb, but it just hasn't climbed into any euphoria stage. Like we've hit all-time highs, we've done a lot of things, but it just hasn't really rallied yet. And as much as we want to like try to force it and like everyone's kind of upset about it, like realize that it's going to run when the business cycle starts to run too. And I mean, 2026 is kind of lining up. I mean, we're extending this business cycle even further. We're talking 3 years going on 4 years. That's kind of a crazy number. We have rates. We know that rates are going to come down. We know that Jerome Powell's gone in May, period. End of discussion. Jerome Powell's gone. We know that Trump's only going to be putting in a federal chairperson who is obviously pro-Trump and pro-cutting rates. Trump's already said that he wants to make it the lowest rates that America's ever seen in history. You know what I mean? So that means that he's going to have to go below a 1%. I mean, he's got to go below 1% on rates, dude. I don't know how that's going to look or what that's going to look like, but I mean, that's his goal. And if that's his goal, like, I mean, imagine the amount of money that's going to flow into the markets because of that. On top of that, he's giving out stimulus checks. I mean, he already said that in 2026, stimulus checks are going to go out to a lot of people in America. In addition to that, he's talking about the biggest tax breaks in the history of America. But whether you guys believe it or not, that's up to you guys. But I mean, this is what he's saying. So if it comes true, there's going to be a lot of money in people's pockets. There's going to be a lot of money to put into these markets. And I'll be honest with you guys. Last stimulus checks we got during the pandemic, those all went in, for me. They all went into the market. I bought up crypto and I bought up stocks. You know what I mean? I didn't actually use that money to like pay off any debt. I didn't use that money to like go buy groceries. I used that money to like go double up. And if I go back and look at how much money I've made off of those, off those stimulus checks, I'm net positive for sure. Like there's no question how much money I'm up on those things. What part of free money confuses you? I mean, I just think it flows back in, dude. And there's no way you can get around it. Like, I mean, we can get into all the issues out there, but I think at the end of it, The government's always going to print money. The government's always going to, there's no way out of it. There's literally no way out of it. The can's going to continue to get kicked down the road. We can argue about printing money or free money or this or that, but it's already out there, dude. We're so much in debt. There's no way. There'd have to be there'd literally, I mean, Elon came out and said it best, dude. You'd have to literally overthrow the entire government for years to even get close to getting back to, getting back into the positive. Like, it's almost impossible. It's literally almost impossible for us to, as a nation, to get back in the positive. We have a spending problem, dude. And now with all the corruptness out there that you're seeing uncovered in Minnesota, and again, it's not just Minnesota, dude. It's there's red states out there too that are doing the same shit. Like, it's not just the blue states; it's the red states. Yeah, the blue states might have some more. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, no doubt, we can all probably agree that right now blue states are getting uncovered to have the most fraud out there. But there's red states out there too doing some shit that we don't know about. But that's why Elon got kicked out of the White House, dude. That's what I come down to for me, dude. He got kicked out of the White House because he was uncovering too much stuff, dude. He was uncovering too much stuff, and I think it was just leading to too much chaos. And we know that in politics, it's like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. But if you got something on me, I got something on you. And I feel like he was uncovering a lot of that. And we were seeing, whose hands were in each of the pies. And I think Elon saw that. And that's why he got kicked out. So as much as the left wants to hate on Elon, just realize, I mean, I think he was trying to do his best, right? So I don't know. I'm not going to shit on Elon. I think he was trying to do his best. And I think that there's just too many party lines, and he crossed too many of the party lines, and it pissed off a lot of people. So, but we'll never, the corruption's insane, dude. The corruption's insane, and we all know it, and it's crazy to see, but you got to do what's best for you. And that's kind of what it comes down to here, is that, like, I don't care what the government does anymore. I really don't care. I don't care if they overspend. I don't care what the hell they do, because it doesn't matter. There's nothing we can do or say about it. So I'm going to do what's best for me, what's best for my family, what's best for the community that comes and watches me say how it is. Like, we should be doing what's best for us. We should be trying to put as much money in our pocket. Who gives a shit about what they do? Who gives a shit about how much they spend? I don't care about that. I don't care anymore. I literally don't care anymore. All I care about is how much money I can make for myself, for my family, so they can live happy, so we can live happy. We can do whatever we want to do. You guys can do whatever you guys want to do. Like, that's what it's about. And that, to me, that's America. That's what makes America great, is that we have the will to be able to do that. And there's nothing we can do or say to change what the government's going to do. Like, they're going to continue to tax us. They're going to continue to spend wherever the hell they want to spend. And you just got to make the best of it and find ways that you can actually not stress over it, and just find ways where you can make money and live prosperously. That's it, dude. Like, literally, that's it. So just get out of your head of, like, you're going to try to go stop the government, or you're, like, screw the government. They're screwing us. And, like, I can't believe Trump's giving us free money. Dude, give me free money so I can go make more money, dude. I don't give a shit anymore. Like, that's really where it's come down to. You know what I mean? Even if Biden was in office, he's getting out free money. Okay, give me the money, dude. I'll go make some money off of it. There's nothing we can do anymore. So it's like, we spend all this energy trying to, like, argue that, like, Trump's overspending, Obama's overspending, Biden's overspending, Bush is overspending. It's like, who gives a shit, dude? Like, they're going to do it anyways. You get what I'm saying? I kind of went off on a little tangent there, but I mean, like, they're going to do it anyways. There's nothing you can do about it. That's what I've literally chalked it up to. As soon as you feel like you're voting in the right path, trust me, you're not. The whole government is a uniparty? Absolutely, dude. I mean, like, we all know that. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious now. Elon has to eventually submit. The game will not end until the country does, and he doesn't want to lose his wealth being blackballed. But he's already losing it over in Europe too, right? I mean, there's whole countries here that have their hands in this pot. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think Charlie Kirk was on. I think he was starting to uncover a lot of things. Yeah, Charlie Kirk was. I mean, go back and watch some of his content. I know people might not like him. Some people might not like him. Some people would. But if you actually go back and listen to some of his content, the stuff he was saying, it was kind of like, holy shit, dude. I mean, like, he was way ahead of the game here. Way ahead of the game, dude. He was already calling it out years ago. He was already calling out the corruption years ago, dude. It wasn't just right versus left. It wasn't just Christians versus Muslims or any of that kind of stuff. I mean, if you actually go listen to some of the stuff he said, I mean, it was kind of like, holy shit, dude. He was talking about corruption. He was talking about the governments and what's in the governments. And I think it was all coming to light, dude, for sure. The government is fake and always has been. It's kind of crazy, dude, how much is in there. So was Alex Jones 20 years ago? Yeah, Alex Jones kind of changed a little bit. Austin, your true thoughts on not looking good on the stock side. Yeah, I mean, it's not dude, MicroStrategies. I actually own some MicroStrategies. MicroStrategies is actually looking pretty it's not looking the greatest. I mean, we'll go back and look at some charts here. Let's do that real quick. I know I went off on a little tangent there, but yeah, MicroStrategies is down. It's not looking too hot right now, but this is the time where you guys want to actually be considering about buying. I mean, if Bitcoin bounces back, you got to realize there's a lot of people out here that are shorting the hell out of MicroStrategies right now. This is on a daily right here. Go to the weekly. Go to the weekly. You can see the weekly's down, dude. This is a time found some really good support levels here. You're never going to get back down to these levels. These levels are back way back over here in years that, like, when MicroStrategies was before Bitcoin, you know what I mean? But a lot of people a lot of people own money back over here, but you can see this has come down exponentially, dude. We're talking, if you're going to try to go buy, if you're doubling down on Bitcoin, dude, you should be doubling down on MicroStrategies too. MicroStrategy is obviously backed by Bitcoin. This is one of those stocks I think that has potential to come back. And if we go back and look at the weeklies on MicroStrategies, look at this, dude. Like, every time MicroStrategy comes down and hits the bottom, it comes up and hits another level. We've been suppressed down here since literally this came back down beginning of August. August is when it actually became fully bearish. We're talking August, dude. And it's been down here since August. August, September, October, November, December, January. 6 months in the red. 6 months on a decline, dude. Hasn't even found a bottom yet. Continues to sell off. But realize that we're going to hit some levels here now where this was actually accumulated for a whole year of accumulation right here. We're going to come down. We're going to hit these levels. And these levels, I think, will actually be pretty damn good. This is the last bull run right here, or one of the bull runs over here. Previous bull run was 2021, came down. We're almost to those levels right now. So put MicroStrategies on your radar, dude, regardless of how you feel. I mean, MicroStrategies, I think, has a chance to still do very, very well. A lot of money behind it, a lot of gaps up here to fill. Look at these fair value gaps up here to fill. You know what I mean? So that's just my take on it, dude. I think it has a chance to perform still. These are one of those ones you want to put on your radar. Elon crawled back in the White House like a cold dog. Yeah, I'm with you, dude. The politicians are politicians, dude. There's nothing you can say. Yeah, one and done. Investing in it, will that make money go further? Yeah, keep grinding for sure. And that's why I said, don't let all the noise, the outside noise of what the government's doing affect you, dude. Like, don't spend all your energy listening to the politics and getting all wrapped up in it. Just find ways that can make you money, dude. That's one of the best advice my father gave me, is just find the ways. Whoever's in office, just find the ways with them in office to where you can make money. Like that's what it comes down to. That's what it sums up. And that's what we got to do. You know what I mean? That's what your focus should be on. That's what everyone here's focus should be on. Personally. Nick O'Neill now doubling down. Is he positive with MicroStrategy or negative with MicroStrategy? I don't know. I don't even know who Jake Claver is, really. Austin, you can please make a call to Pure Wallet. The communication sucks. I know, dude. I know. Twiz has been on it too, trying to get the Twiz has done a good job trying to communicate with them as well. The media is not covering all these town halls about all the data centers causing pollution. Last night I was able to claim the first 7-day swarm rewards. Oh yeah, dude, the swarm rewards are out there. That's right. That's right, dude. Damn, chat's moving fast today. I know. I even have it on everything here. Jay Claver is you guys. It's crazy. There's a lot of people in here that like him and then hate him. It seems like, and I don't even know anything about him. If MicroStrategy is removed from the major indices, it could dump even more. True. Indexes, yeah. Indexes is what you meant. Yeah, it could. I mean, it very well could. And right now, it's coming down pretty hot. And I don't know if it will. I think there's going to probably be a bounce back here. I mean, you have Riot over here, right? Another strong Bitcoin miner, right? And Riot, I own Riot, right? It's another one that I own. I've accumulated them for a little since the bear market. We were buying it back over here at like $5-6. I don't have a ton of money in these stocks, but they look good, right? Mara is another one here. Mara's come down even more. Mara is actually one of my biggest wins in the stock market. It's not even close to how much I made with Mara back in 2021 here. I bought Mara way over here in 2020. I bought Mara over here for like $3-4 and rode it all the way up to this. I think I sold some. I didn't sell at the exactly top, but I definitely sold up here, and it came crashing down. And I ended up buying back in right around the same price at which I bought it back for over here crazy to see that. I don't have a ton of money in on these, but Mara is definitely one of those. Riot's definitely one of those. MicroStrategy is one of those. And any of these other ones that have just, I mean, NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla, Google. I mean, these are all tech stocks. I mean, you should be in on these things. You know what I mean? Even Circle. Look at Circle's IPO, dude. Absolutely atrocious. I mean, it came down to launch price, guys. You talk about coming down to a launch price. And for an IPO, dude, for it to come back down to a launch price for Circle is crazy, right? Came out at roughly $64, came all the way down and hit $64 again, and now it's bounced off a little bit. But I mean, another one of those where, again, I think Circle has a good shot at doing very well. It just came in at the wrong time. Literally launched at probably the worst time possible, and just continued to go downward. So another one of those to look at falling into this year. So we got into this one. We talked about the cup and handle, talked about the pricing there. We talked about this. So people are actually thinking that we're going to hit 400K Bitcoin. I don't know. I think 400K Bitcoin's probably a little too much. Some people are putting some crazy numbers out there. I think 400,000 Bitcoin could be extreme, but I mean, some people believe that we'll hit higher. Some people think, I mean, obviously you have a lot of people out there calling for Bitcoin to hit $1 million by 2030. I mean, that's roughly 4 years from now, but I mean, 2030 puts us about $1 million, which then technically would put us about this pricing. I mean, 250 would be the pricing, because you typically want to go up about roughly 400 to 500% from the previous height of where you were at. So if it's 250, that puts you about 4x, which would be $1 million going in 2026, which would be the next bull run based off where we're at right now for 2030. And yeah, it'd be kind of wild when you start to actually do the math on that, But I don't think 400K in this run is going to be. I don't think that's in the books, dude. Yeah, we talked about the exchanges right now. Look at the exchange, dude. The volume coming in on the exchanges right now. Literally January 1st. It's crazy to see the numbers coming in here. And so far, the shorting is right. So far, I'm up about $134 on HBAR short, $16 up on XRP, 18 on Solana, and about 90, almost $100 up on Ethereum shorting. I was going to go through this. Let's go through this real quick before I finish out here on my news stuff. But let's take a look at Bitcoin. It was kind of crazy. It's kind of eerie when you start to look at this. I was telling people in my Discord today, just go back and look at the days of which this actually falls down. Every time we actually come up here and hit a high, right? You can see up here. Look at this, dude. It's kind of crazy. Look at this, dude. Friday right here. This is Friday. Friday comes down, right? Boom. This is on the daily. Friday comes down. Then we build. Here, Friday, this is top of it. Now look at this. It's Friday today. Boom, comes down. Anytime we actually come over here, look at this. What was this? This was Friday. Boom, came down. Right? What was this? Thursday, Friday, right here. Boom, comes down. Friday, boom, come down. You come over here. What is this one? I bet you guys can probably guess what this one is. This is the only anomaly out here that actually is on a Monday. But you come back over here, again, you come over here. This is a Friday, Saturday, Monday, and this comes down over the weekend. We had a Friday, Saturday, Monday, but majority of these are into Thursday, Friday. Again, Thursday, Friday, we start to come down. And every time we start to come down from these dailies, we actually have a pretty good correction every time the daily comes down. So again, if you're playing indicators here, you're going to say, okay, well, I mean, the indicators are showing us we're going to have about a 14% correction there. We had another daily here, which gave us about roughly a 14% correction there. And then we had another daily peak up here. This one gave us almost a 20% correction there. So every time these dailies peak out here and they come back down, they actually, again, peak and then come back down. It has to come back down. It could do something like this, what we see right here, where it comes down and bounces, come down and bounces, creates another high, right? So you got to be careful of these. You got to be careful of these double dips, what you see right here. So like I was telling you guys when we first started the stream, is that you don't know, like this could last for 2 days. This could be a whole week. This could take a week for us to come down, or it could take 2 days where we do a couple ups and downs, which is what you see right here. So when this actually does come down, if it starts to hit this 80 and bounce back, just close your short, dude. Don't risk it. You know what I mean? Close your short, let it bounce back, put a long in, and let it do its double tops. A lot of these have double tops on them. They'll bounce back, they'll come down and bounce back up. Lately they have not, but I mean, you can see right here, this is usually what gets caught up with a lot of people, or these it'll come down, looks like there's going to be a sell, but even when these things start to come down, pretty good sell pressure comes down. We're talking roughly a 10%. You know how good that is on a margin trade, a 12% margin call right there? That's insane, dude. Don't get greedy. That's all I'm saying. Don't get greedy. Don't think that you have to ride this all the way down. A lot of people try to ride this leverage call all the way down and make that 25% on their leverage call. Those are very rare to do. That's a very rare thing to do. Usually you'll get caught up in some liquidation event trying to hold on to that. don't get greedy with it, right? Take your profit. I took my profits yesterday, and I did lose out a little bit. I mean, like I said, I could have turned 1,600 into probably roughly 4,000 or 5,000 if I held on, but that's getting greedy. And what happens when you get greedy? That usually doesn't end up in your favor. So, yeah, it's easy to look back and go, yeah, I probably should have held on, but at that time, you don't know, and you don't want to be greedy. So, what I'm saying here is that I would rather I'm okay taking 12% there. I'm okay taking this one. This one came down right here and hit about a roughly 10%. Like, those are such good returns right there. So when this starts to come back down and hit this 80%, that's going to put me about 100% up on my leverage call, right? So, and it's already starting to happen right now. It's already starting to happen. I mean, you don't have to make that much. This will probably easily put me about 100% up on each of my leverage calls here, which each would give me about almost $4,000 in profits just off that little dip right there. Again, yeah, maybe I'll try to write it down. If this continues to sell off and have this massive sell pressure, yeah, I'm going to continue to write it off. But right now, we're not seeing that. Right now, we did see that the $2 mark was the kickback. We're starting to see a little bit of a kickback here on XRP. We go to the daily here as well for XRP. And if you go back and look at the day, look at that. Daily came down, boom, it started to fall here on the daily. That was on Friday. Look at this. This one's on Monday. This one's on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This one right here is on a Friday as well. This one right here is on a Friday as well. So I'm just saying a lot of these peaks happen on a Friday. Doesn't mean it's always going to happen that way, but I mean, it's kind of weird. Plus the 4 hours oversold, dude. 4 hour always double tops. Look at this, dude. Double top, double top, double top. These ones do have, these aren't really true double tops here, but they definitely, they pause and then they come back up, right? This one came trying to do a double top right here, but this is a very normal occurrence that we see here every time. And right now it's doing it. And so then you come back down and you look at the fair value gaps here and you go, oh shit, look at that, dude. There's a nice little fair value gap that formed here at 191. So that's kind of where we want XRP to go. We want XRP to go 191 to build the next level. We want them to come down and fill up this fair value gap so we can create the next level up. And that's what you're hoping for, right? Which would give you roughly, right, probably close to a what is that, 6%, 5%? 5% return. That's really good, dude. That's a really, really good return on a leverage call. You know what I mean? XCL moving. Is it moving? People are claiming that Congress won't come back till the end of Trump's term. That's funny, you guys. Sorry, I've been avoiding the chat today. My bad, guys. Cutting out. Let's see here. XRP never hits 10K. No way, dude. It's not going to hit 10K anytime soon. Take a look at Pepe for the last 2 weeks. Okay, I will. I'll take a look at that for you. Remember, you only have to be right about 40% of the time when you use a 2-to-1 risk ratio. That's true. That's only 4 times out of 10. That's not a bad. That's actually not a bad take, F Joe. I'll give you that. What's your RSI settings? Here, I'll just show you my RSI setting. You can just take a picture of it. There you go. You can take a quick photo of it. We'll take F Joe out of the way here. That's what it is. That's my inputs. 3, 3, 14, 14. RSI closed, and then the style. Obviously, you don't really care about the style, but that's kind of where it's at, dude. And then obviously that's where my visibility is. So, dang, I hope you don't miss the I would like to hit the tree with my pinky. Awesome. What's up, dude? What's up, Tommy Savage? Good to see you, buddy. We went you in the X-Base stream last night. Yeah, I heard you say that. I heard you saying that XRP will hit 10K in 20 years. Yeah, I mean, like anytime soon, though, it definitely probably not going to happen. I mean, it definitely could, years to come for sure. We take a look at Solana. Solana's in another boat right here. You can see Solana is in another selling. It's in a massive pressure up here. This is on the 4 hour. Anytime the 4 hour gets over purchased, it definitely comes down. It could definitely bounce around and stuff like that. But again, realize that this is going to eventually create a red candle in the next 4 hours. 12 hours oversold. You got a lot of things that are over purchased. This actually did a 3 top right here. Days at the top. Everything is telling us that every indicator out there is telling us that it's time to short this, right? And again, we're not saying that we want the markets to completely fall out. And you don't have to have the markets completely fall out for you to be successful on a short. That's what's so great about the shorts. We just want this to come down about 5%. 5% is kind of the goal for a lot of this, which puts you at roughly about a 30% gain, right? My goal has always been about 30% gains, plus 30. Like I said, sometimes I'll get a little bit more riskier and try to get it into like a plus, like a plus 50 or 60. But I mean, 30% is kind of the taker. But right now, everything's kind of forming up nicely. Tough walking in New York City right now under this Marxist brutal dough. Is it pretty tough down there, dude? Gosh, that's good. ETH is doing nice. Yeah, ETH ran pretty nicely today, dude. So Bitcoin's back below 90,000 right now. As you guys can see, Bitcoin has fallen back below 90,000. Ethereum, slowly starting to fall back down. This was looking pretty good earlier today. Like I said, I mean, it got up to roughly, I think this was roughly 31.50 or something like that. That's pretty good. I have some ETH base and Uniswap. How would I get some Sentinel? You got to actually convert it to ETH. So make sure that you don't use base. That's your first thing, dude. Is to not use. You have to convert it to Ethereum. So yeah, be sure XRP has potential to hit $10 to $12, but Ripple has to stop dumping the coins. Yeah, I would agree. Let's see here. I have some base. Yeah, you're gonna have to convert your ETH. Oh, you're saying ETH in base. Oh, okay. It's in base wallet. I'm assuming not in base. Okay, so I might have read that wrong, Jonathan. Now I'm reading it again. So you're saying that it's in ETH, but it's on your base. It's in your base wallet. First of all, get it off of base. That's your first thing. That's the first thing. Hey guys, just one second. All right, guys. All right. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. 30 for only 61 likes. Hell yeah, hit that like button. God, people are like, what the hell? Why is there an empty screen here? I was jump back into it, but he didn't wash his hands. What are you talking about? No, I had to go. I had to go help. I had to go help. I had to go help real quick with something. So, John, just have to convert to ETH. All right, let's get back into. So basically, yeah, I've never had issue with base wallet. Base wallet it's not my favorite. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like base wallet's just not my favorite at all. Kind of it's just kind of a rough wallet to be honest with you. Um, he's prairie dogging. You guys are crazy as hell, dude. Huge dump for sure. Let's gossip about Austin while he's out of the room. You guys are funny. You guys are crazy as hell. So like I was saying earlier, is that basically I see these coming down here. Ethereum's coming down. Regardless of that, I got my shorts in. I do think and again, this could extend for 4 to 8 hours. We'll come back and reassess it. Definitely take your take profit zones, and do all that. Turtle. The new Fed chair and Supreme Court tariff decision is coming in the coming weeks. Clarity Act also coming this month. Yeah, the tariff decision is going to be big, right? I think that's going to actually play a big factor into this. Thoughts on ETH and I don't know what BMNR is, dude. Notification if it hits $5, good for me. Yeah, $5 for XRP would be good, dude, for sure. I'm cutting out a little bit. Yeah, I think sometimes my audio sucks, dude. What I wanted to see here was I was going to point. Oh yeah, someone asked me about Pepe. Let's take a look at Pepe real quick. Again, Pepe is killing it right now, up 20% and shredding it right now. Look at that, dude, 20%. This is probably a time to short. I'm going to be honest right here. The daily is over there. The 4 hours definitely over purchase. The 12 hours done a three peak here. 1, 2, 3. It's been at the top since roughly December 20th. So we're talking roughly 12 days. But the thing is that this is a meme coin. And meme coins are, very, very let's see, it's very unpredictable in some ways, but I mean, technically Pepe is the short, dude. Tell you the truth, I'm actually gonna probably short Pepe. I'm sorry, dude. Let's put a Pepe short in here. Sorry, Pepe. We're gonna put a Pepe short in today. Thanks for whoever. I don't know if I can actually isolate Pepe or not. I wonder if Pepe is on the isolation. It's not. I have to do it on the cross. Okay, got to do a little switching of assets here. Hold on a second. I got to switch some assets over to. Let's go from Futures Pro to. Well, let's just do $1,000. Let's do $1,000. 1,000. Confirm. We're gonna switch it up here. And then we're going to go into our futures account. We're going to hit max. Confirm. All right. Now let's go. We're going to trade our perpetuals here. Sorry, Pepe. Pepe is going to get annihilated now. My bad. Pepe. We'll only do a small margin on this. I'm going to do I'll probably just do like a 10. Maybe I'll do 15. Maybe I'll do 12. Do 12 X on that. We'll put we're gonna do it about $10,000 on it. We'll see what happens here. We'll open up a short, see if it works. So I'm going to add a take profit. I'm going to add a stop loss zone on this. We'll do a 1% stop loss on this. Actually, we'll do a 2%. We'll do 2% stop loss on this and put $200 on the line. So there we go. We'll let it ride. We'll see what happens with Pepe now. Let it ride. Let's see. Sorry, Pepe. Pepe's way looking to overpurchase right now. Thanks whoever brought that up, by the way. Claim your Swarm rewards. Oh yeah, I got to claim that real quick. I forgot about that. I think right now I'm at roughly $73.73. So yeah, if you guys got your rewards for Swarm, here you go right here. And this is pretty crazy, dude. The 7-day cycle right now is $51,000. So Swarm has made $51,000. This is crazy. So $25,000 going to Cent for burn, $15,000 going to XCL for burns, and $10,000 going to holders. Which makes me think, if we're able to claim this right now, does that mean that yeah, dude, we're able to that means they're going to be coming up with the burns, dude. The burns are going to happen at some point. Holy shit. Yeah, so Sentinel's sitting at what? 0.001008. So it's still down a little bit from pre-sale. XCL is looking pretty good right now too, which means that the burns are going to be coming in here too for XCL, right? 15, what did it say? 15,000? Oh no, sorry. Yeah, 15,000. Shit, that's a lot. So buy back and burn so they're going to come back and buy the chart here at some point. Same with Sentinel as well. They're going to come back and buy the chart there. So yeah, let me claim my rewards here. Ranked 24. All right, I'm going to claim my USDT. Interacting 36 cents to claim them. All right, deal. There we go. I think I just claimed my rewards. The suspense is killing me. My goal is to be able to gamble my kids' inheritance away. All right, my Swarm has been successfully claimed. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Let's see how much it was. Actually, let's just do it this way. Claimed. Okay, let's go back to tokens. It's probably going to take a second to load up, huh? Took a second to load up last time from Tether. MetaMask is like way behind, dude. For some reason, MetaMask is like super behind on like updating. Let's look at my SafePal wallet here real quick. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see. I claimed for the first one and it was pretty intermediate. I don't know why the second rewards didn't deposit yet. Oh, it hasn't even deposited yet. I'm not showing mine either. Mine's not seeing it either. I could never find mine in Phantom claims. Mine has not arrived in my wallet for hours now. Oh, really? Hey, Austin, show us your computer layout. What do you mean my computer layout? When you say computer, like how my screens are and stuff like that? Is that what you're asking, Jonathan? Dude, my stuff is like super lame, bro. I got one screen and a laptop in front of me, dude. Like everyone else has like all this like crazy screens, dude. I have one screen, dude. One screen and a computer. I have two screens, basically a laptop and then a computer. Like I don't do anything fancy, bro. Nothing fancy here. XRP dropping. Is it coming down? It's coming down pretty good right now. Here we go. Here we go. I hate that we can't have it on the same thing. Where's my Pepe now? My Pepe's at $60 so far. $60 for Pepe. So let's go to Pepe. Let's get Pepe over here. Where's my Pepe? Yeah, Pepe. Yeah, we're climbing right now, dude. It's almost $100. Almost $100 on that Pepe short. That's only a 12x. Jeez. Yeah, so just since I got on live here, I'm up about $700 since being on live. I started live at like 7,000. It was like 7,000 when I started my shorts. So, which was almost around 10 o'clock. I think I put in Discord right before I got on stream. I said, "Hey, I'm shorting the market." So yeah, up about roughly $700 today in the past 52 minutes. So not too bad. Not too bad if you think about it. Cash out right now and call it a day. I got my pre-sale reward yesterday, but today's swarm rewards hasn't shown up yet. It's been a few hours. Okay, damn. I want to be like you. XRP is hovering around the 197. Yeah, if we go back and look at where XRP is at, we can take a look at where XRP is. There's some fair value gaps on the 12-hour. But look at the daily, right? The day one, this is definitely over purchase right now. But the 4 hour is kind of where I'm at here. There's one sitting right here at 191, right? This is the fair value gap we want it to come back down to, which is a nice little retracement, right? We want that kind of retracement in there, which was about a 3 to 4% retracement. That's a normal retracement, dude. 4.5% retracement is a very common retracement. I mean, that's kind of where we want to bounce off of, right? When we come down, this is about a 3.5% retracement. This one right here was probably close to almost a 4% retracement right there. So yeah, we want it to come down here and hit the 191. I mean, that's how we'd be able to build our next leg. If you want this to continue to climb, you got to be able to come down, fill up a fair value gap, hit the next leg up. So when this comes back down, I mean, if you miss this and you're not going to short it, you're going to wait to long it, just come back down here and put a long in for 191. That's probably the best thing to do. To tell you the truth, that's probably what I should do now, is just put a long in for 191. But yeah, this Pepe short, dude, whoever hit me up on the Pepe, dude, shout out to you. Perfect time to short Pepe right there. Already up $180 right now for that Pepe short. That's crazy. Crazy money right there, dude. Damn. Who was it that hit me up with the Pepe? I want to see behind the scenes of prep and production of the fans' videos. Especially F Joe, Austin is helping eat all that food. The good thing is with fans is that like majority of that all goes to the majority of that, like it's all, yeah, I mean, whatever she makes, like we all eat it as a family and stuff like that. It's kind of crazy. I'm in the short too. Okay. All right. Yeah, baby, just hold regular peeps here. We aren't fancy peeps here at the A team. Freaking love it. So real. Hey, I'm still waiting for my swimmer. Yeah, it looks like I'm waiting for mine too. I'm waiting for mine as well. I mean, that's where I was still waiting for it to come through. So, but again, don't get greedy with your shorts, dude. I mean, these things can come and go, dude. Don't hold on to them too long. Like even my Pepe one, you could hold on too long, and next thing you know, it's gone. So usually about a 30%. That got to 20% right there for Pepe. Usually 30% is kind of where you draw the line. I accidentally held onto my Solana. I forgot about my Solana long I had yesterday. I was funny. I posted it in Discord today. I was cracking up over it. I was like, dude, I totally forgot about my freaking. I woke up to this, dude. I totally forgot about it. I woke up to $1,000 in profits today off of my Solana long that I had in this morning. And I got on. I'm like, oh crap! I totally forgot I had that Solana long, dude. So I cashed out. I was like, yeah, we'll close that bad boy. Taco Trump pulled back from key tariff again today. The market should love it. Taco Trump pulled back. What's that mean? Pulled back from key tariff. I sent you Pepe. Was that you, Outdoor Nature? Okay. It might short for a little bit, but it's gonna go sideways or up over this weekend. You think so, dude? You think it's gonna go up over the weekend? Yeah, like I said, I'll probably, dude. I'll be honest with you, dude. Like meme coins, you do not want to stay in too long. These things can go down and come back up really fast, dude. Like, I mean, that's why I put a stop loss in there. I mean, I'll take a $200 stop loss on it to see if I can gain $200 on it too. So you win some, you lose some. My first claim yesterday took almost 7 hours. Dang, 7 hours to claim. Yeah, the next bird's coming in here. If you listen to this YouTube channel, you most likely lose. Do your own research. If you listen to this YouTube channel, you will most likely lose. Interesting. That is an interesting take. Rise last. I've never heard of you. I've never seen you before in here. So that's funny. Your thoughts on ETH, and yeah, I don't know anything about the XD. Yeah, XDXC. I think a lot of people in here. XDXC is I think some people have it. I don't touch it at all. Now Nasdaq is now dragging BTC marketing down. Yeah, let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Where's Nasdaq at right now? 111 points down. Yeah, this has gone down. It was roughly 65 when I got on here, minus 65 on the day. Yeah, it's at 114 right now. Not too bad. Not too bad. I made over 10K because of Austin in a year. I appreciate you, Matt. A little late. How are you guys doing? We're doing good, man. Dustin, good to see you, dude. Not much, but it's definitely something. Yeah, so that's good, dude. I have a long-term XDC bag. No days. You always get a Dave here too. I subscribed on YouTube. When I listen on TikTok, the audio is in and out. Oh, is it really? Yeah, I got to figure out my audio on TikTok. It's probably why I don't get a ton of viewers. They probably like, dude, this guy's annoying as hell on TikTok. I guess I'm saying yes. How do you see the P? I don't think that they've given out PWT tokens yet, dude. Yeah, I don't think they've given out the PWT tokens. So yeah, we'll continue to monitor these. Let's see. Yeah, so far so good. I mean, H bars. I'm up what 250 bucks on each bar. It's not too bad. I feel like it's going to be a decent January. It should be. It should be. I mean, you're looking at it, it should be a decent year for sure. It should be a decent year. Should be. I mean, like again, we all have our own beliefs and we all have our own reasons. But I mean, yeah. Let's see if I can change the audio. Let's see if the audio. Yeah, it does say it's my MacBook, so that's fine. I think it's because my laptop's old, dude. I have an old laptop. I've had this laptop for like 4 years. It's probably lagging. It's probably like, dude, you're pushing too much shit through here. Silver's on sale. Yeah, it's probably going to come down. Silver's probably going to come down a little bit more. So we showed that. What else do I have? Oh, yeah. So for the entire cycle, Bitcoin 14-day RSI has marked the best time to buy. I showed this before. This was This is actually a bookmark that I put out there just to show you where this was at and that we're starting to build back out of here. This is what we were looking at literally probably 15 days ago, 16 days ago. And so far, this has actually bounced back nicely. Also, looking at this right here, this is crazy. This is on a year. This is on a yearly, just to let you guys know. This is on a yearly right here. So 17, and for all coins, look at that. Great year, 2017. You got 2018, 19, 20, bad years. Then 2021, we had our bull run. And look at this, dude. 4 years of downturn for altcoins, dude. 2022 was down. 2023 was up, but we were still down. We didn't create anything new. And this is all top 10. This is a total market cap excluding top 10 to BTC. So anything that's not in the top 10 and BTC right here, dude. So this is pretty crazy when you start to look at this. And we're starting to bounce back now here in 2026. We're hoping to come up here and actually have a green candle like this, which would be nice. But altcoins have gotten destroyed. Altcoins literally were in a 4-year bear market. That's basically what this shows. A 4-year bear market right now. You know what I mean? Kind of crazy when you think about it, Switch back to YouTube, then back to TikTok. Audio, always having issues on TikTok. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I wonder, I have to fix it. It probably has a lot to do with my, I'm on a laptop, an old school laptop, and there's probably just not enough. Probably doesn't have enough juice. Let's see here. What else do we have here? This is pretty crazy too. This is if you go back and compare these right here. Obviously, this is during quantitative tightening, which is right here. Massive period of quantitative tightening. Now quantitative tightening has been lifted. We're going into quantitative easing. So 2026, I mean, we should have a good year. Every time we go from tightening to lifting or easing, things actually look pretty good. So, I mean, again, another bullish reason as to why that happens. Audio is fine on YouTube. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how like TikTok is weird. I don't know why. It's crazy how huge silver. It's crazy how that huge silver buy killed all those shorts. Not really surprised though. Yeah. What's up, Cliff? Good to see you, buddy. What's up, Shannon? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. So here's the track my trades. This is as I told you guys, I put this down in my description box. If you guys want to get into the day trading side of things, this is free for any A-teamer out there. It is in my description box, so feel free to take a look at this. You can actually go in here and track all your trades if you want to. You can. What's great is that you can actually, if you are on some of these exchanges out here, you can connect them. I'm waiting for BTCC to get connected, but right now you can, if you do use Blowfin or BitNewX, I'm waiting for BTC because then you can actually see all this. So it automatically connects to this, and all these trades would automatically be populated in here. And then you'll be able to form a trading strategy right here. So right now we could actually go in here, and I'll probably spend some time today going in here and putting in my trades on this, because then it actually tracks your positioning, where things are at, and then you can start to actually follow trends, which is really the whole goal of it. And so this is a brand new. It's in beta right now. It's out there. It's free for people to use. The link's down in my description box. We have 333 people in here. If I could ask you to do one thing, I'd ask you to go create an account for me on this. Doesn't mean you have to use it, but to go create an account, it's free to use. It doesn't cost anything. And it's a good little asset tool if you guys are looking to get into trading and tracking your trades. I really do think this is the first step to helping you understand sort of leverage trading. All you got to do is just go in there, go to my trades, you add your first trade here. You literally just come in here, futures, you do a long or a short. You'll come in here and you'll say, okay, I'm going to do it on ETH. And we can compare the two here. You can go back over here. You're like, okay, I put it in for, ETH is that, 3109 or whatever. And you're going to come back in here and put it back in. So I'm going to go put these in here at some point today, probably. And you'll be able to just fill out all the little requirements here, what exchange you're on. And then at the end of it, you say add trade, and it literally starts to track your trades, your profits, your losses, where the hiccups are. And then you can try to dial in exactly where you want things to be. And eventually, yes. Any idea BTC has a way to export. That's where this whole thing is going to be great, is that once you actually are going to be able to put it in here, eventually this is going to have an update here where you're going to be able to track your trades with BTCC in every exchange out there. And then you'll be able to do your taxes based off that. So this is going to be another part of that process that allows you to do that. Because right now, a lot of these exchanges out here, like that you do perpetuals on, it's hard to track your profits and your losses. You got to go back and actually manually do it yourself. But this will actually be a system that's going to be used to help with that. So super, super cool. Yeah, smash that like button. 320 people in the house. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, definitely hit that like button. Thank you so much, dude. Buy silver. I subscribe on YouTube. Yeah, I appreciate that. XRP price prediction for this year, 701, dude. I'm not moving off 701 until we hit 701, dude. 701 is the most likely outcome for me. Always has been, always will be. Then the math just makes too much sense. And again, to each our own on it. We all have our own reasons, but I mean, like, I just think the math adds up too much for 701. I've given you my reasons. I mean, the reasons why I think 701 is, and yeah, I'm gonna stick with 701, dude, for sure. Do we have to report profits from BTC for taxes? Absolutely, dude. Yeah, you always have to report profits, bro. Yeah. XRP, let's see, smash that like button. Thank you, man. Why 701 so specific? Well, because if you do the math, right, just do the math on it. So I've always said to you guys that the previous bull, we always go down from the previous. So in a bull run, whenever we hit a peak, we tend to go back to the previous low, the previous bull. And so again, when I look at this, I think that right now we're actually at the previous low, the previous bull. I think the previous high of the previous bull right here was 196. and we're already there right now. We're at 190 where we just went down below it. So we already hit the previous low, the previous high. So like for me personally, we're already at these levels right here, but we usually go down and hit that previous high. So that means that to go down 70%, we're going to come up to 701 for us to come back down and hit this level again. But this has been a weird year. Do you know what I mean? We're already still at this level right now. So we usually go down about 70 to 75% from previous all-time highs, a little bit more sometimes, depending on the altcoin. And that's the same with Bitcoin. If you go back and look at Bitcoin, dude, I've done the math on this one too. We go from the previous high to the previous bull, right? 250 makes sense. I mean, 250, if you pull the numbers from there, 250 down to the previous high is roughly about 72%. So XRP could actually go a little bit lower than 701, but I just think that's kind of where it's at. It could go a little bit lower, I meant. But right now, we know that it goes down to the previous high of the previous bull. So this run right here should hit 250 before we take a 70% dip. And again, this goes for the S&P 500. This goes for a lot of things, dude. Different cycle, different times. So we'll see how this plays out for sure. Austin, keep an eye on Pepe at that close of market today. I will, dude. I mean, like I said, I have my short in on it. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm only up like $46 on it right now, but we'll see what happens over the next close of the market. Like I said, these shorts, I'm only going to have these shorts in here for maybe, my goal is maybe 8 hours at the most, maybe 4 to 8 hours. We'll see what happens. But yeah, BTC dominance in free fall. That's what you want, right? You want the dominance to go down. So yeah, it's good to see that. Let's actually take a look at this. Levi said XRP was going to go to 80 cents. What's your thoughts, brother? I mean, I don't know. I don't think 80 cents. I think 80 cents is kind of crazy. But, we all have our own reasons. I mean, he's thinking it's going to go down into this fair value gap right here. Is that what he's thinking? Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's a crazy. I mean, to say 80 cents, yeah, that's wild. I mean, that puts you way down here again. I mean, it already did hit 80 cents. If you're looking at Binance, it already did hit 80 cents right here. I mean, I don't know. 80 cents is kind of crazy, dude. Keep an eye. Yeah, I'd buy like crazy. 80 cents. 80 cents great. I mean, I was buy. I hold a crap ton at 30 cents. So what's up with Cent? Still doing decent, right? Cent's up right now. Where's Cent right now? Down about 2.9%. Nothing too crazy. Still above the 1.001. Trying to build out right now. It's starting to look a little positive right here, right? Pre-sale, it's roughly around almost 20% away from pre-sale price. Big burn coming in here. So, time to buy is now. I mean, you're gonna have a $25,000 burn coming in here for Cent at some point. We just got our rewards today, so there's gonna be a $25,000 burn coming in here. And last time this right here was a $60,000 burn. So, I mean, take that. What did that pump up to from a $60,000 burn? Oops, sorry, wrong connection. That was roughly that went up 32%, dude, off of a 60,000. So 1534, so it's gonna be about 1/4 of that. So what is so about roughly 32. So about roughly about 8%. It can go up about 8% off of that purchase of 25. So we're gonna go back up to about almost 1.1. We'll just say 10%, make it easy math. About 1.1. It's gonna go about 1.1 just off the burn alone, dude. So I mean, that's roughly 10% increase. So if you put $1,000 in right now, you could be up $100. In all reality, if you look at it like that, I mean, everyone looks at it a little differently. But I mean, I don't know when this burn's going to happen. If it's going to happen today, tomorrow, I have no idea. But the burn's coming. We know that, and they're doing it off of every 7 days. And so you can see right here. I mean, they made roughly. Almost, that's crazy, dude. They made 51,000 in 7 days. So if we take that same number and we say that means that every 7 days are going to roughly burn about 25,000 from the profits that they made off their bot. That's pretty wild, dude. That's a pretty wild number right now. I only watch Austin and Claus. Levi is bubbles. Levi tried to make Jake look bad so he can gain more viewers. Not a good game plan because it made him look bad. Oh, dude. Yeah. Should just try to stay out the drama. You know what I mean? No reason to bring hate. Let people just do what, there's no reason for that. I would try to avoid it. I went through the years of trying to be a crypto savior at some point and trying to, call out people and, and be in everyone's business. It's exhausting is what it is. It just creates a bunch of enemies. Should just be positive, dude. Let the people do what they want to do. If people want to watch them, let them watch them. If they don't want to watch them, don't watch them. If they put out content you like, watch it. If they don't put out content you like or don't like, then don't watch it. I mean, like that's the best part about it. Yeah. 160 is my long entry for XRP. That's probably not a bad price. Guys acting like high school girls. Yeah, dude. Like, just gotta avoid that. I would agree. Draw that. No need for it. No need for it, man. Let's see here. I got scammed in that guy Levi's Discord 4,000. Holy shit, dude! How'd you get scammed? Are they just paying profits out of the pre-sale money? I don't know, dude. I mean, that's what a lot of people would assume, or they're out there making money, dude. It's one of the two. That's why I stay with Austin. Super realistic and no drama. Yeah, I just gotta avoid it, man. Don't do drama. Point blank. Period. Yeah, there's no reason for it, dude. It just causes, like I said, just causes a bunch of hate. Oh, did he? Yeah. Usually when you get I think people gotten scammed in my Discord too. I can't be, I can't say that I'm above it because people think that I DM them even though I didn't DM them. No one in the Discord. You have to be a paying member to get in the Discord, but then people will respond to DMs and click on links, and that's the worst part, dude. Yeah. And then he tried to tell me, yeah, getting it back could be tough, dude. I mean, that could be the tough part for sure. But yeah, we'll see what happens here with the markets, dude. The markets will probably have a nice little bounce back. You can see here in the last 30 minutes that the Bitcoin's trying to make a little comeback here in the last 30 minutes here. Or this next hour started basically. Let's go back to my. Yeah, I think I started. So yeah, we're down about $200. $200 since I started the stream. So, or I'm up $500 to start the stream, brother. What are your thoughts on the 15 January 2006? I don't know. I don't really have too much thoughts on MicroStrategy's the decision with that yet, dude. I got scammed 400K XL after pre-sale in Discord. Learn about damn, dude. So sucky, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, you did a Flare airdrop scam? Yeah, you gotta be really careful with that. Levi has no TA to back up his claims. He uses ChatGPT for his calls. Does ChatGPT actually work for calls, Josh? I've never used it, dude. I've never used ChatGPT for calls. Does it actually work though? I heard that there's some pretty good plays. I have heard or seen on there some pretty good like on Grok and ChatGPT, but I've never used it. Just look at your indicators. Austin is that's why I'm here. I appreciate you, Mr. Ho. Yeah, I don't like to click on shit anymore. Yeah, definitely don't click on anything. Austin, could we stay away? Can we stay in this 80,000 range for a year? I sure hope not. Again, I think I'm a little bit more bullish on that. Have you guys used his indicator? Does this indicator work, dude? Cliff, does this indicator work? I heard some positive things about it. Did XSeller finish the update? I don't know. It's a good question. I feel like 2026 is the year crypto will pump hard. I feel I'm more bullish on it than negative. Like I said, I'm more positive than negative on crypto being successful this year. Do you believe this is going to do 100K grab the limit orders, then down to 75K? It's tough. I mean, the leverage trading's been wild, dude. So it's hard to really say. Just follow the daily indicators. I mean, and that will tell us the story. It's hard to jump ahead and say, yeah, it's going to go from 100,000 to 75. That's too far ahead. That's too far ahead for any leverage calls. You know what I mean? That's why you just got to take each day at a time. Don't get overconsumed with it. Take each day at a time. And then when you find areas that look like they could be good, you buy them up. The real bull will be laying for another 6 to 8 months. That's where I have a hard time because I mean Q1 and Q2 kind of feel like it's going to be decent. Had to unsub and sub to chat. Oh damn, what's up, Goblin Far? Good to see you, buddy. The 4 hours closest you can get. Yeah, 4 hours pretty good, dude. 4 hours, the 4 hours pretty spot on. Like right now, I could probably take profits, right? I could probably just take profits on my longs and stop for the day, right? In all reality, that's probably the best thing that you could do is to just take the profits. This thing will probably bounce around. It hit a fair value gap right here. Bounce. Look at that. We filled up that little fair value gap. It bounced off it. So perfect hour chart right here. We filled up the little fair value gap, bounce back. So this will probably bounce around a little bit longer, but the 4 hour is looking like this, and we know that that's going to come back down at some point. The 4 hour is new here in about 43 minutes. So 43 minutes is roughly about noon my time. So 43 minutes from now, we're going to have a bounce. We'll see the new 4 hour candle get made. The 4 hour candle is way oversold or way over purchased right now, 197 right now. So I mean, there's a fair value gap sitting here on ETH right around 3,074, which is kind of where you want to go. That's be roughly where I put my long in. Let's go back to my long here. I put my long in on ETH at 3138 is where I put my long in at 3138. So 3138, I put about almost to the top. I didn't get the top, but that puts us right here at about 2%. You know how like a 2% is phenomenal, guys. Like a 2% is almost what? A 2% puts us at roughly, because right now I'm at roughly I haven't even budged that much, right? 238. Yeah, so about 50. So about every 50% I get about roughly $70. So about $350. Yeah. So I mean, I put in roughly $800. I'll get $350. So that's roughly about 360, almost about 30%. So it goes you back to your 30%. Yeah, it goes right back to the 30% mark. So yeah, math. That's just rough math there, but I mean that's kind of what you want. You want that 30% draw. So you're hoping for this to come back down and hit this fair value gap here on the 4 hour and go down to 370 or 3073. Give me my $300. Give me my $350. I cash out. Live another day, right? Same thing here with XRP. You want it to come down. This one's going to be a little bit higher because this one pumped a little bit higher, but you're talking 2%, talking 194. That's kind of where it's going to go. But you have a fair value gap right here at 191. Let's go to the hour chart here. Yeah, the hour chart's really bad up in here. So, you could probably come down to the 194, which is right in the middle of the fair value gap, which is what you want, right there. 194, right in the middle of the fair value gap, 2.5%. That's where you want your short to go to, is about 2.5%. And then you take your position. So that's about a 30%. So that's kind of where I'm going to go today, to be honest with you guys. That's my plan. That's my game plan. Looking for these shorts to hit about 2.5% decline. And again, that's just a wick, right? I tell you, I should probably just go put my take profits on that. We could just do that right now. We could just go in here and do take profits if we wanted to. You just say, if it's about 2.5%. That's about, did I put more on the H bar one? I did. I think I put more on H bar. That's a lot. Okay. So about 11, that's about a 3% change. I want 2.5% change, which would give me about a $500 in profits there. So we'll do that. Let's do for XRP here. We'll do about a 2.5%, which is about 260. So 260, what's a little more than that? Let's 2.5%. That puts us about $300, about $300. Let's do 2.5%. So we'll confirm that take profit zone. We'll come down to Solana as well. We'll take a 2% as well. We'll do a take profit of 2.5%. 2.5. Gives about a $300. So everything. So you're talking about almost like 369. You're talking about roughly anywhere from 12. You want about $900 to $1,200 today on your take profit zone. That's kind of where I'm pushing for. $900 in a day is a pretty good payback if you ask me. $300 there. And then you can also come back in here and you can also add into your position. You could do a stop loss as well. So, you don't want to lose more than a certain amount. You could also put that in here too, say like it continues to pump upward. But when I look at my liquidation prices right now, my liquidation prices, I think are pretty good overall to get liquidated on these things. So, right now I think XRP would have to hit $2.11 for me to be liquidated. Solana would have to hit 139, that's actually closer than you think. And then Ethereum's going to have to hit $3,300. And then on top of that, you're going to have roughly H bar can hit 1274. So not too bad, but we'll see what happens here. Let's see. My Pepe is probably, I got to probably do this on my Pepe real quick. Let's do a take profits as well on this bad boy. I have a stop loss built in on this one too. We'll do another 2.5. We'll do another 2.5. take profits on this 2.5, which would put me about 277 right now for that one. So not too bad. So we'll do that across the board, and now we're set to go. I got my stop losses. We'll be in my take profit zones are in, and we just let the thing cook, man. It does what it does. If you lose, you lose. If you win, you win. Hey Austin, did you do some fireworks this year? I did not. I did not do fireworks this year. 194 is where I'm putting it. 2.5% would be 194, Rob. 194. My biggest trade was 540%, 50x leverage. Gosh damn, Crow. He makes it look so easy. It's because we've been dinking around with it for a long time, right? $900 in 4 hours. That's freaking awesome. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, the markets will have to do what they got to do, but we'll see. What's going on with the Pure Wallet token? I don't know yet, bro. Honestly, I don't know yet. Per fundamental and utility, I hate to tell you all, Crow over BTC, dude. Tyler. I love you, dude. But Crow is not over BTC, bro. When you say liquidated, do you mean hit your stop or take your account? Liquidation price would be take the account, right? So that wouldn't take your account. It would take, because it's isolated, right, F Joe? So isolated, it would just take what I put in. So like that's what's nice about isolated. With cross right here, you have to put a stop loss in. That's why I put stop losses in here, because this will take your account. You know what I mean? If this continues to get liquidated here, this will take the account. This will take this will take the rest of my 277 plus what's ever left over in my other marketing, my other side of my accounts here. They'll combine. But over here on the isolated side, you're only putting forth what you're willing to lose. Like, so for instance, my margin on this is $1,000, right? Or sorry, my H bar is about $1,300. I put a $1,300 margin on this. And so if this gets liquidated at 0.1274, I just lose my $1,300. And I say I lose my $1,300 like it's nothing, but I mean I'd be upset about that. So you do want to put a stop loss in. You should put about a 3%, which is what I should do, honestly. Like, in all fairness, I should put a 30% in here, to where I'd lose like roughly like $300 on the deal. Just to cover myself, because you can see right now, like Solana's pumping back right now. You never know when this thing can continue to go back up. Like my shorts are we're in the green now; they're in the red. So this will be back and forth all day. But you should protect yourself, and probably I should just do it right now. I should probably just stick through with it. So I'll do a stop loss here. We'll just do a 2% stop loss, which for H bar puts me about a $400 loss. But that puts a trigger at 12.2269. So yeah, I'll put a stop loss there so I don't lose my $1,300 on that one. And then these ones right here, since I have $1,300 on there, I'll put a stop loss on that one. But my other ones, I have 800, 800. If I lose about 50% of that, 400, then that's the risk I'm willing to take. But I mean, that would put me at roughly, to lose 500% of that, 50% of that, it'd have to make like XRP would have to go to like 206, I think. We can actually even look at the math here. Let's look at the math here real quick. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Let's look at the math. So if I lose 2%, let's take profits. I want to do 2% puts us at roughly 203. Yeah, so if I want to do 2.5% or 3%, that would be about roughly I'd lose about $359, and that'd be if XRP hit $2.05. So let's go back and look at liquidations here real quick. Let's actually refresh this. Let's see where the buy wall is again, and I'll see about where I put my stop loss in on that one. XRP. Yeah, not too many buy walls, dude. Like I said, you can see there's a big one right here around 212. So yeah, this you never know, man. This could actually come break through here. There's not a lot. About roughly about a million XRP here at 212. Like, that's not a lot, dude. Like, this could actually run, dude. This actually might be able to run. I could be in a shitty spot right now, honestly. I mean, looking at that leverage right there, that's kind of wild, dude. Like, not that much on XRP right there on Hyperliquid. Let's look at Ethereum here. Where's Ethereum at? Okay, yeah, the wall sitting at 3. Got a decent wall here at 32, but not a lot. There's not a lot between those, dude. So that's where people are shorting it, right around 32.18 for ETH. Let's see here. Let's go to Solana. Yeah, the sell walls here at 135, dude. That's where people are shorting it. So if you're playing the shorting side of this, 135 is where people are actually starting to short the market. A significant shorting of the market is at 135. So if we go back and look at Sol right now, where's Sol at? I mean, still sitting at 131. So yeah, this could actually go up to 135 and then go down. But my liquidation price on this is 139. So if we already know that 135 is a massive liquidation right now, so if I let it ride, like just say I let it ride and I lost my 3% on that one, or let's just say to even get to 135, I'd have to lose about 3%. So it's about 358 bucks. I'm willing to put 358 bucks on the line, knowing that it's going to hit a pretty big shorting wall. On top of that, by the time it hits 135, indicators will definitely be over purchased on those indicators. We already know that a lot of these indicators are over purchased. You can see that right now. 4 hours is going to be definitely working its way down. This is XRP. Let's go to Solana. Definitely going to be. So by the time even if this does go up to 135, which would be about right here, if it did, these would be way over purchased anyways. 12-hour would be way up. Day chart would still be up. And we know that eventually that's going to turn around and fill up a fair value gap, which is below it. So, and we can see right here on the 12-hour, there's a decent fair value gap at 125. The 4-hour, crazy. The 4-hour doesn't really have a lot of fair value gaps, which is kind of crazy. That 125 is the next fair value gap, which is on the 12-hour and the 4-hour. And then the 1-hour fair value gap is definitely in here. So you're talking, roughly, yeah, probably going to come down and hit this 128 again, dude. Like at some point. So I'm willing to risk that, I guess is what I say. I mean, you got to take some risks. You got to take some, that's part of it. It's part of the game. You know what I mean? It's not always going to be positive. You use fair or last price as stop loss. If I do a stop loss, I'm going to use, I'm just going to go, when you say fair, I use fair. I don't know what I use. I don't know if it's fair or whatever. I just go over here and put my 2% in. Fixed. Yeah, I used a fixed price. What was the purpose of doing a stop loss if necessary when placing a buy? Just so that if it falls to a certain price, you don't lose your money. So like, I'll give you an example. Here's my stop loss right now. So you can see, let me go back out of here. So my stop loss, I put at a 2% here. So you can see right here, I don't want, if it goes below a certain price, I would rather just cut bait and not lose all my money. So if I have $1,300 on the line, I'm willing to sacrifice $400 in losses versus it getting fully liquidated and losing my $1,300. I only lose $400 versus $1,300 if it continues to fall. So that's the whole point of stop losses. But again, stop losses are not always 100% fail safes. They do. If we have a massive liquidation event, which we saw on October 10th, like those things get blipped all the time. Can you raise the stop loss to go up to 212? Yeah, but you wouldn't do that because there's no reason to go up to 212 because my liquidation's at 211. So if you wanted to, what you're asking is, can you increase margin? And yeah, you can increase margin. So all you'd have to do is go back to XRP. So we'll say you want to increase margin. So just click on there. You go to your margin call over here. And then all you would do, if I wanted to add to go up to, say I wanted to go up to 212 versus like leaving it here, all you'd have to do is just add margin. Which again is very easy to do. You can go over here and go to margin, see where it says margin right here. I'll zoom in a little bit. It says margin. All you got to do is just click on that margin call, that margin button right here, just this little edit thing, and you can add margin. So I'd have to add roughly, if I wanted to go to 212, I'd have to add roughly about $93 in margin to keep me from getting liquidated. So, and you can keep adding this, dude. You can keep adding as much money as you want, you know what I mean, to not get liquidated. You can go all the way up to 220. You just have to keep putting money on it. The thing with margin, though, is that when you add margin, that doesn't actually go towards your total of what you're getting on your X. So if you add $500, it's not adding back to your total here. So like right now, I have $799. It stays at $799. Even if I add $500, which brings my total margin up to $1,200, you're only getting it off of that $799 for your initial purchase. You know what I mean? So even if this goes up 10%. It's still based off your initial margin of $799 or $800. So that $500 that you're putting out there, like that's just like, it's just there, dude. You're using that to cover your margin. So hopefully that makes sense. My girlfriend is did you mean to say bartender, bro? Every 7 days, devs are going to buy back and burn both projects. And why people are sleeping on it, to be honest, I don't know, dude. What's up with the red candle on October 10th? Any similar historical? No, dude, that was the biggest historical event in crypto, dude. I mean, that's the biggest liquidation event to ever happen. Bigger than FTX, bigger than Luna Classic, bigger than any other liquidation event was October 10th. I mean, you've witnessed it. So, She's a bud tender. Oh, a bud for like weed. Oh, I read that totally wrong, dude. I thought you were saying like a butt tender or something. I was like, yo, I don't even know what that is. You be doing some kinky stuff. I know you win some weird stuff, Jeff Joe, but like that was weird. So I get what you're saying now, dude. I'm picking up what you're putting down, dude. No, no, you have to read the chat. I said, look at the marijuana research doc. I got you, dude. Yeah, my bad. I thought, but when I read that, I was like, I don't know what I thought he was saying. I was like, F Joe be throwing out some weird shit anyways. So like, I just had to like, oh, okay, yeah, that's yeah, adding margin will lower your liquidity. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Anytime F Joe puts something in the chat, I gotta take it with like the worst outcome possible. Unsubbed. If that's what caused you to unsub out of all the years, F Joe, then that's wild. We've been through a lot more than that. What's up with the red can? Yeah, that's the one. What it is. So, but we'll see here. The next 4 hours going to be. It's going to be interesting here for the next 4 hours. She's the butt tender. That's funny, dude. But the next 4 hours is going to be pretty. Well, it'll be interesting to sort of see where this goes the next 4 hours here on all charts here, because of the fair value gaps that it's created here, and we'll see where it goes here. Usually, when it opens up, it will probably fall. You can see that if you follow the candles here, right, we'll open back up here in about 28 minutes here, and it will probably come up. And what it will do here is it could do two things. It could come down, it could come up. But usually what happens is it starts to pump up it'll probably come up about halfway through the candle here and then fall down. That's usually what happens. You can see it will start to fill up like this little gap that got left here with the candle. So that's where liquidations start to happen here. People start to sell off here is because this will probably come down, hit a certain level here. And then when it opens up, it'll probably start to come up. Probably start to pump up to like 90,428. Same with Ethereum, right? Ethereum can do the same thing here. It'll open up here. Depending on how far this goes, it'll open up and then probably come back down at some point. But it tends to do that. So we'll have to monitor that. You'll see that all the time here. It usually covers about half of the wick. Like, here's a perfect example, right? I'll give you an example. Like this one was pumping right here. You can see this one pumped. This one came back up, filled up this area, and then came back down, right? Same with this one, right? This one came up, filled about halfway through the wick right here, and then came down. So happens a lot, right? So just prepare for that too. I mean, I got to prepare for that. That's why you got to put in stop losses so that if this were to continue to extend up, you're going to cut your bait, right? And you'll win some, you'll lose some for sure. Looks like USDT climbing, time to let them flight. I need to be on meds. I wish I could get my money on BTC. I have been trying for a couple months and it won't accept any of my cards. Yeah, what you got to do, Carrie, for here is the best thing to get onto BTCC is to like go to Coinbase, and then transfer into a MetaMask wallet. And you can transfer it into any wallet, and then all you got to do is just come here and you just transfer onto here from your non-custodial wallet. Because again, you don't want to dox yourself. That's what's great about BTCC. If you haven't done it, is that it's there's no doxing required. Like you don't have to put your name in. You don't got to put any information in. It's non KYC, which is great. That's why I use it. Like my name's not on here at all. It's all just a user ID number here, which is great. So all you got to do is just go to deposit here, and then you're just going to say crypto deposit. I have an asset here. And then you're just going to say which one you want to do. You're going to do USDT because USDT is probably the easiest here, but you can do ETH if you want. And you're going to say blockchain. You can say whatever one you want here. And let's just say it's Ethereum. So we're going to go Ethereum. And then you're going to have your deposit address here. So all you got to do is just to copy this address right here and put it into where you're going to send it. So go to your non-custodial wallet. Like just say you have MetaMask or SafePal, you have Ethereum in there. You'll just say send, and then you'll copy this address in there because it's going to go to this address, which is attached to here. And then boom, it's just in here and you're able to then use it inside here. So that's all this is. It's very, very easy to use. And that's what keeps you not having to KYC yourself. So don't use a credit card. Don't use your bank account. I mean, you could if you want, but I mean, I would just use, I would just buy it on like Coinbase, transfer your Ethereum to a non-custodial wallet, and then just go through the process of which I just showed you right there. It's the easiest thing to do. Have issues with MasterCard. I found once you submitted initial pick, proof of card. Yeah, see that's KYC, bro. I'm not down with that. Just to be fair, society would say we all need to be on meds. We got ABC correction wave on BTC as well, up to 105K to 55K. Yeah, we'll see what happens, right? I mean, we'll see how this rides out. This, like I said, this could come up. We're seeing the candle being created right now, right? I mean, this candle on the 4 hour. Even on the daily, let's go back to the hourly. I mean, this will probably come back up and fill a certain position up here on Ethereum. Like this will probably come back up to 3.1 313, 312, somewhere in that ballpark. But it's not even close to my liquidation price on any of these. So I'm not even going to sweat it, knowing that we're over purchased on a lot of these. So that's the risk I'm willing to take. Again, you win some, you lose some. I might lose out on these. I don't know. I'm down a little bit. But yeah, ETH is doing okay. I bought it at 138. So even if it goes to 132, I'm still in the green, right? Even if it goes to 132, it'd have to go all the way up to the top of this to be close. But I mean, yeah, 132 puts me about here, which is right about where it's going to go. It's probably going to go right about right there is where you're going to want to wait for this. Wait for the next 4 hour, which is in about 24 minutes. See where this next candle goes, and it's going to pump right out the gate. Probably go up to 134, 135. Good time to short it again, and probably do the same thing. Same with XRP. XRP actually has a smaller candle, so this is actually a little bit better for me, knowing that this candle is not as big. It might go back up to 199, $2, and then hopefully comes back down at some, like I said, 194 would be my take profit zone. So yeah, credit card. Yeah, don't use a credit. Yeah, try not to use credit cards. Is there a spread on BTC? Yeah, I think that there's a spread. I think it's let's see here real quick. And again, if you guys want to start doing one of the great things I told you guys, I have it in my description box down below. It's called it's actually in my oops. It's actually right up here on I pinned it up top. It's my affiliation link, because then you guys can get into my rewards. As you guys know, we do there's giveaways that BTC does with me. I partnered with them for these giveaways. Two people won $500 each in December, which is awesome. Those will come out here probably in a couple weeks, the winners of that. So shout out to any A-teamer that actually wins on that. But the cool part here is what I'm saying is that there's a demo mode over here. You can actually go over and do a demo mode, which is fantastic. So if you've never done this before, you go over here into a demo mode, which is right over here. So just download it, get in there, create an account, and then just go over here and do demo trading, dude. This is where you really start to learn how to do demos, take some money, or it's fake money, and just it gives you everything that you want to do in here. You can start shorting today. I mean, these are positions I put in a long time ago, just messing around with doing things for people. And you can see, I mean, you can come in here and you can make the same trades I just did. You can add your take profits, take profit, stop losses. It does everything for you. It's free. It's just mess around money. Like, you're not even doing live trading. You're doing live trading, but it's not with real money. And it just gives you better confidence. And so if like you are looking to get into this, or you haven't got into it, like, it truly, just click on my link and just open up an account. Don't dox yourself or anything like that. Just create an account and then just do demo mode, dude. Just do demo mode. A lot of people in Discord, are in demo mode, and we talk about the trades and everything like that. There's a ton of people in here that just do demo mode just to get a feel for it. You know what I mean? And then once you gain your confidence, you'll, do some small trades. Don't do anything crazy, dude. So that's why I never leverage trade again. The market's moving again. Yeah, it's moving again. We'll see what happens here. But like I said, a lot of things are over purchased right now. Even the 4 hours well oversold. The 12 hours definitely at the top right now. The day chart, when all these things are peaking out like this, it's kind of a sign. On top of that, let's go back and look at the liquidation prices here. If you're new trading, would you recommend doing more than a 10x? No. Dude, you should. If you're new to trading, you should be doing a 5x, bro. You should do no more than a 10x. 10x, I mean, it gives you a bigger spread on not getting liquidated. So, and then do small amounts. But that's the thing, is that people get greedy and they start doing, okay, I can do a 10x at $1,000, and then they get blip. They get hit pretty good. So, but you can see right now that the longs now are starting to shift right now. The shorts are getting wrecked here in the last 4 hours. The longs are starting to come back around. Remember the last 4 hour when I first started the stream here, the 6 hour or the 1 hour was definitely overtaking the shorts by significant. Now the shorts have fought back. Look at the gap here. The gap will swing, dude. That ratio is off, right? Almost a 5 to 1 ratio right there. That is a 5 to 1 ratio. This is almost another 5 to 1 ratio. So yeah, I mean, the ratios here are eventually this will shift because the ratios are off. BTC demo mode is good because it lets you use all cryptos, whereas the demo platform only lets you do BTCC. Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, you're right. So BTC allows you to do all the other ones. Yeah, that's true. It does. It does. I highly advise people, if you're new to and you want to mess around with it, this is like the best thing you can do is go over to this demo mode, dude. So yeah, click on that link, do it, dude. And we're in Discord to help everyone through this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Plus the video in your playlist that shows you how to use it. Yeah. And I created a whole thing in my YouTube. I do got to be better. Maybe I got to make a New Year's resolution for my channel here. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just put out content on leverage trading. Again, it's very risky. It's a very risky thing to do, but I mean, it's fun. I have a good time doing it. Sometimes I have to step away sometimes too. But I mean, I've made pretty good money doing leverage trading. Someone asked me today, and again, I'm pretty honest with you guys. Probably too honest, to be honest with you. I'm probably too what's the word I'm looking for? I probably say too much. I know I do. I know I say way too much. I'm probably way too open book with a lot of people here. Share too much of my own personal stuff, even my own finances to some degree, sharing wallets and stuff like that, which I shouldn't do. Honestly, shouldn't do. I know that people get mad at me because it just puts a target on me. But it's like, I like to be upfront with people and tell everyone how it is. And yeah, someone asked me today. Yeah, transparency is good, but transparency also puts a target on you too. You know what I mean? People, yeah, it's kind of it can be scary to some degree. Um, which is what it is. But someone asked me today. They said, so they asked me, what is my win percentage in 2025? Are you in profits? And I said yes. And then I went back and added up my profits this year on BTCC. And my profits this year, this was the first time I did it. And it's good that I did because I got to do it for taxes anyways. But actually, I don't got to do it for that. I moved it over to Coinbase. So I moved it on to Coin Tracker. So Coin Tracker is another one, dude. If you guys are gonna be doing tax this year, I'll put an affiliate link down below for Coin Tracker for you guys. I've been using Coin Tracker for going on 6 years now. Love Coin Tracker from a tax purpose standpoint. Um, Honestly, dude, it's really good. But I my profits on BTCC alone this year were $59,877.82. Like that's so yeah, I think the trading on here, this trading on this platform has been really good. I mean, to make $60,000 in a year trading, leverage trading, yeah, there's people that probably made a lot more than I did on this, but I mean, I think that's a pretty good outcome for the year of 2025, which was, to some would say it's not the greatest, but I mean, here we are. So some people think it's good. You captain the ship. Yeah. Oh man, you do exactly what you should, man. Most of these people I see in the chat are here every day. Yeah. No. Yeah, we are family. Sometimes I know it stresses Fan out because I'm like, she's like, God, why are you sharing that? I don't want and I'm like, yeah, you're right, dude. I probably shouldn't. But I'm like, it's hard not to because I made everything kind of public. I think it's important to be transparent as a content creator if you're going to make content. Um, you've been a blessing, brother. I truly have learned a lot from your channel. I appreciate you, Johnny. Austin, you still around? Haven't seen you since said, "Huh, what's up, Info and Powers?" Yeah, I'm still here, buddy. I'm still here, dude. Still having a good time. Austin, how would you set a buy order right now on BTCC for BTC at 91? If you want to buy when the price breaks 91K, you just put what you'll do is you'll just put a limit. So go over here. I'll give you an example here. We can maybe even do one for you. Let's just do perpetual. I like to trade on isolated, so I'm only putting in what I'm willing to lose. So let's just say that what I was going back to, what I was talking about here, let's just put it to fruition now. So I said that, let's go back to the 4 hour here. Let's go back to the candle. Let's just say that, let's just say for Bitcoin here, or maybe was it XRP or was it Bitcoin? Or sorry, it was Bitcoin. Let's just say it was, what did you say, 191? Let's just say that it was 90,000. Let's just say that this comes back up to 90,005, okay? 90,005 is where this is going to come back to. So what we would do is we'd come back over here and we would say market order. We say best price for, I'm going to say quantity. Let's just do, I don't want 125x. That's wild. What the hell? Be careful of that. You got to definitely, let's do a 10x on it. And let's do about $1,000. We'll do about $10,000 and then we'll do a market order on this. And then we'll say open long. Oops, that's not what I wanted here. Oops, I hit the wrong one here. We're going to close that. I'll lose out on some fees, but it's okay. We'll go market, and then we want best target price here. Sorry, I said market. I want limit. My bad. I said market. Limit. You want limit? You're going to go 20. You're going to go 90,500 on limit, and then you're going to put 10,000 in on this one, and then it'll be a 10x leverage. So when it hits 90,500, so if we go back over here, and this comes back up to 90,500, then it hits my order, right? And so boom, it hits it, and then you can leave this open forever, right? You can leave this open as long as you want. Just say open long, say your order price exceeds the latest price. Okay, confirm. I don't really care. And then you'll sit over here, and it'll be a floating order. You have this order that sits over here. Dude, why did that do it again? It will sit over here and open orders, but for some reason that's weird. It did that. Huh. Yeah, it just did that for some reason. I don't know why. Wonder why it did that. Price. Oh, it didn't allow me on the optimal pricing. Okay. Let's go 90,000. There we go. That was weird. It didn't close my other order. So there we go. It's in the open orders now. Or maybe it's not. Okay, what the hell is going on here? Give me a second. 90,000, 90,500. We're going to go limit order. We're going to go 10,000. I did a long. That's why I did a long. I hit open long instead of open short. That's where I messed up. Now we're going to go open short. Order place. There we go. So I did a long. That's why it messed me up. So, yeah. So now I got a sell short in here. If it hits 90,500, I'm going to start shorting the market at $10,000, and we'll see what happens. So this will just sit there. You will have to front the money on this and work from there. So, yeah, hit long. That's what messed me up. I hit long. So if this hits 90,500, we'll see what happens here. And it's not filled until it hits that. So if this actually bounces back like we're maybe potentially thinking of 90,500, maybe that's what happens. It comes back and it hits. I want a long, not a short. Oh, you want a long, not a short? Okay. Well, I put the long in. You would then do, if you want a long on that, you would want to do the long now. So you said 91. If it hits 91, you'll do the other way around then. So you'll hit a limit order. And if you want to do a long, you're going to go, okay, I want it to hit 90,100. We'll just do a 90,100. You just do that. You type it in there. You hit 90,100 on a limit. And then you would say how much you want. Let's just say you want $1,000, $10,000, which again is another margin. And you're going to say open long, and you'll come down here and you'll say open long. And then it will go into an order over here until it gets hit. So does that make sense? You cannot do it because it won't let you do a buy stop order on BTC for some reason. You cannot do it because it won't let you do a buy stop order. Oh, yeah, you have to do it how I just showed you. Yeah, you'd have to do it as a limit. You need to set the sexy voice for order filled. Yeah, we used to play soccer and drink liquids at social occasions. Tesla lost its crown as the world's best-selling electric vehicle maker on Friday as a customer revolted. You know what? Where it's going to pick up, guy, is I think Tesla is not just a car manufacturer anymore. I mean, in all honesty, dude, they're making the robots, the Optimus. I think that's eventually going to take over the markets, dude. The Optimus robots are going to be the next big thing. And I think there's a lot of people out there made a lot of money with you off Bone token. Hell yeah, info. I used to be big into Bone, right? I used to be really big into Bone, and then I sold. I sold when it got up to certain numbers because they dropped Shibarium. Shibarium just was just trash, bro. Let's just put it what it is. Like Shibarium did not live up to what it should have been, right? So, HBAR, XRP, Solana, ETH. Yeah, just not live up to what it was. Tesla said that it delivered 164 vehicles in 2025, down 9%. Yeah, I saw that. I'm not sweating Tesla, dude. I think Tesla's gonna. I mean, it's more than just a car manufacturer to me. I think it's a whole new thing. You're one of the mostly basing your shorts and longs off the RSI 1 hour. Yeah, I'm very simple, Michael. I'm very simple off of that, right? I look for overlapping indicators and fair value gaps. So I'm very simple with my stuff. Like you'll see everyone have all this shit on their charts and going crazy and all this kind of stuff. That's not me, dude. That's too much information doesn't give. And it's like you have too much conflicting information and it makes it hard. So what you do is you just go off the RSIs and you try to find matching RSIs, like 4 hour, 12 hour daily, right? And the 12, this one on Bitcoin's a little bit off, right? But XRP, let's take XRP, 12 hour, 100%. Day chart, it's at 89, right? And usually this does come up to 100%, but it's kind of already peaking over a little bit here. So, but the 4 hour is already double topped up here. And every time that we got a double top on the 4 hour, we tend to go back down, right? Double top, down, double top, double top. We can keep going back, right? Double tops. Every time we seem to have a double top. Plus it's Friday. Friday seems to be a day where we tend to go down as well. And again, doesn't mean we have to get like a huge liquidation event. It's just talking, we're going to go down to, whenever you have a massive sell, it's going to come back down again to build the next level. Like that's all. Just creating another, a higher low, hopefully is what the whole goal would be. So this will come back down. So you're looking for that as well. Plus there's fair value gaps down here on the 4 hour. Plus the 1 hour is telling us that too. To 1 hour is going to come down, right? Doesn't mean it has to come down significantly, but there's some fair value gaps here. So yeah, I start to look at it based off of those. I try to be very simple with it. I don't try to overwhelm. I think people feel like they have to overwhelm with all these indicators on their data, like show you guys all these crazy indicators to like give you an idea where things are. And I think it just makes it a lot harder. Yeah, I know. I got to fix my TikTok stuff, dude. I'm sorry. Honestly, dude, I don't really take too much into all the other indicators that are out there because I just feel it's like you could look at other things, but I mean, it's just me. Is Tesla a good investment this week? I mean, Tesla. It's tough to say with Tesla. I mean, Tesla is definitely. Let's go back. Let's look at my Tesla real quick. I mean, Tesla is definitely looking. I mean, it's looking good. It's come down pretty nicely. It's had a pretty good. Let's go to the Akinashi real quick. It has better chart. So yeah, it's tough with Tesla, dude, because Tesla is such. Let's go to the week. Let's go to the daily. Sorry, daily looks pretty good here. I mean, it's really hard to say right now. I mean, we've already come down roughly. This one was about roughly 18% reduction. I mean, yeah, I'd probably let it bounce off this. I'll probably let it bounce off this 419. 419 would probably be where it's at, somewhere in between the 419 and where it's at right now. Probably somewhere in that ballpark. Seems like it bounces nicely off this 50 or this 100-day moving average. This blue line's 100-day moving average. If you go back and look, it bounces off that 100-day pretty often. And it tended back over here in 2025. It bounced off this 200-day moving average pretty often as well. So, but this gap will come down. So this will come down, and this whole area will get filled at some point. This 200-day is going to have to eventually catch back up. It always does, right? This 200-day will catch back up at some point. And so where does that happen? I don't know. So you're probably talking at this rate. You're probably talking $400. $400 is probably the buy zone for this. $400 for Tesla. $400 would be like my buy zone, maybe somewhere in that ballpark. 400 to 395 would probably be my buy zone at this moment. Austin, how's your golf game? I'm actually pretty. Dude, I haven't played golf since my last birthday, and I did okay. I played golf a lot. My handicap in college was a +6. That was my handicap. Was a 6 handicap in college, dude. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'd say +6 okay. Like it's not nothing crazy, but I mean like, and yeah, I was good. Now it's probably trash, dude. I don't play golf as much as I used to. I can go out there and I can hit the ball. Trust me, dude, I can hit the ball pretty good still. It's just my accuracy is not as good as it used to be, and I used to be decent at chipping, and my chipping game's not as good as it used to be either. So, but but where I made it up in is my driving, dude. Like I could drive the ball easily, probably 285, 300, no joke, dude. And sometimes I could, sometimes I would definitely shank the hell out of it. But I mean, yeah, I could hit the ball pretty good. But then it was like my mid game was okay. It wasn't the greatest. My mid game would kind of get me mixed up. I'd get out like if I got to like if I had to use like a 2 or like anywhere from like a 2 to a 6 iron, I'm pretty bad. But if I use if I can get it long enough to where I can use like my 7 or 8 iron or 9, I'm usually pretty good. Golf is life for me. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I hit a golf ball once and it almost straight sideways. Tesla with a bunch of service parts manufacturer they put into supply batteries and other vehicles. Just, I think Tesla's gonna be good, dude. We should go golfing then. Last I checked, I was a +23. Yeah, I like frisbee golf. Frisbee golf's fun, dude. Yeah. Yeah, frisbee golf's good. I think I'm going to hang on here for. I want to see the next hour come in here. We're coming down here for some of these. We'll see what the next hour brings in here. The next 4 hour. Next 4 hour resets here in roughly. Let's go to Bitcoin here. Let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah, it comes here in about 5 minutes. So we'll see what happens here right out the gate. Like I said, there's a pretty big wick right here. This wick will probably half of it will get filled because it left a pretty big wick. So I mean, I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, if it hits 9.5, that'd be crazy. It could hit anywhere from 9.5 to 9.93, somewhere in that ballpark. Good moment to swing trade. I mean, yeah, it depends on what you're looking at. Well, what would a smart contract sent rewards fail to be? Yeah, mine didn't go through either on there. I don't think it failed. I think it's hung up. I don't know what's happening for the distribution. My tether did go up. My tether went up about $1 right there. That seems kind of weird. So yeah, and Cent's climbing up right now. Cent's trying to climb up right now. XCL's climbing up. There's gonna be some big burns coming in here. at some point, right? $50,000 in burn. Was it 50,000 in burn? No, sorry, 25,000 in burns, 15,000 for XCL, 25,000 for cents. So that'd be kind of crazy. Austin, if you set that buy order now for 91,000, it would buy now because it goes by best price. Try it. It will come up with a box telling you it will buy at the best price. Oh, gotcha. I think that's what happened. I think I did put that in on the long and it ended up buying it for me. That's what happened. I think you're right, Kev. I was looking at Cent, where some people buying at 6,000, then immediately selling with like a $2 profit. Yeah, it's crazy. Tether is where I got my rewards. Did your rewards come in? Did your rewards come in to today after you claimed these? Did you get your rewards? So I was trying to look to see if my rewards came in. Oops, wrong one. Let's see here, Tether. Let's go to where's my transactions. Well, I hate when you can't. I hate when you can't see it on here. That's one thing I don't like about the on here. It doesn't actually show me my. There we go. Maybe it'll show me now. Yeah, I hate MetaMask when it's on desktop like this. Oh god, I hate it. I had to look at my wallet. I hate desktop. I hate the desktop freaking MetaMask, dude. How do you do isolated? Just switch your. Just go over to go up here to futures and then go to Perpetual Futures Pro where it says beta. Click on that right there. Boom. And then you'll come over here and you'll see us say isolated and cross right there. There's isolated, there's cross. You want to stick on isolated. Boom. Just stick to isolated. We breaking 2 or what? We'll see, dude. Tiger Woods is a plus 6.5. Nah. I'm again, and again, it's only on a couple courses. I only played a couple courses. That's where it was, easy. We're talking easy courses, bro. Like, not talking freaking. We're talking easy, just backwood courses here. Yeah, you cannot have an open trade and switch to isolated at the same time. That is correct. Yeah, that does suck. Yeah, I only played. There was when I went to college, I played the Ellensburg golf course, easy course, right? And then when I was in my hometown, I played my hometown golf course, and those are the ones I played the most. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they're easy golf courses, bro. Okay, that's where the confusion comes from. Okay, yeah, no, I'm. Then I guess I'm over. Like I'm a 6. What is it? I'm a 6 handicap. My bad. I'm 6. At my best, dude, my best, like I was over 6 all the time. Like, plus, well, I said plus 6, but yeah, you're right. I was like 6 over. So you are 6. Yeah, 6. That's what it was. Not a plus 6. Yeah, my bad. Oh, good dog. Yeah, I don't speak golf, but I was good at golf. I haven't played golf in a long time. Like I said, I played my birthday 2 years ago. I think I played on my birthday 2 years ago, and I didn't do that great, but it was fun. It was fun to get out there and hit golf. 6 is still legit. Dude, I was like 20. I was like 23, and I did that. I played like 2 rounds a day for like a year, bro. And it was because in college I dated a girl. Her dad was he was the caddy for Mark Calcavecchia, and so like I had and I'd go play with him, and I'd always have to and he was so freaking good, bro. He was so good. I was like, you know what, dude, I gotta be good. So I went out there and and I played throughout high school and just growing up as a kid. But then when I saw him, I'd have to oh shit, I gotta pick up my game. So that was the reasons why. That's wicked. Yeah, it was cool. It was crazy to see him on TV all the time. Every time he was on TV. Yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah, they grew up together. They grew up together when they went to the same college together. They played college together. And I don't know why her dad didn't go pro. He was super good. I think he had other issues, that affected it in some way. But I mean, yeah, it's crazy when you see a professional hit a golf ball. Is like a whole nother game, dude. And it's just crazy to see how they're able to put the ball where they need to go. I got me a set of the Cobra 1 length irons. I love them. All right, I'm at 0, but I play way too much. Yeah, Yeah, to get there, I mean, like I was playing a lot too. Like I said, I was playing like one or two. I was playing 1 or 2 rounds a day sometimes. We'd go out in the morning and then you go out in the afternoon. All right, we're at the top of the hour. Let's going to see what happens here. Top of the hour. I streamed way too long today. I was just in the roll right here. Okay, so we're already starting to, this next 4 hour is starting right now. As you guys can see, the 4 hour is beginning. Let's go back to the traditional candle here. So we'll see right here what happens here. Well, this could come down and then come back. So this will be very interesting to sort of see. I figure this would kind of pump up and then come back down, but it opened up here at roughly 89, come to pumped up a little bit to 89. Yeah, here we go. We're going to start to run here a little bit probably. This will be very interesting for this next hour where this candle goes. This next 4 hour, at least for this next hour for sure, where this actually runs to. I got the Waste Management Phoenix open every year, and you're right. Watching them hit a ball is just, it is so different, dude. It's so crazy. Just watching how like the ball, just its trajectory and just how it like comes in. I mean, dude, it's wild, dude. Hell no, hell no. We love long strings. I know, dude. I used to do long strings a lot. Did the course have sandcastles or windmills? Neither. You were in the zone today, brother. Yeah, teaching. Yeah, I kind of felt it was good, man. It's been a while since I got on here and talked about like doing leverages and stuff like that, dude. I'm really good at putt. Hell yeah. XRP is holding the 199. Yeah, it's looking like we could break through. Like I said, there could be a nice little run ups here, even for XRP. You know, this one might be a little bit different here. This already probably filled up that little gap here. You know, you got a big, massive gap right here to fill. I just that's a tough one, dude. H bar, same boat, right? Maybe comes up here and fills around the 12, but yeah, tough boat to fill right there. Bitcoin's one of those right now where we'll see what happens here in the next 4 hours. You know, you're hoping if this doesn't actually fill here in the next, let's see, where was the hour marker on this one? Yeah, this will be interesting to sort of see how this one plays out. This one has a fair value gap up here at 190 or at 9128. So yeah, we'll see what plays out here. Let's see Pepe trying to make a little bit of a comeback here in the next hour. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Well, hours down, 4 hours up at the top. Yeah, only have 2 eagles in 15 years. That's pretty good, dude. I play for that one good shot to make me come back. Need to come down. Asian markets need their time to buy. Yeah, that's true. They do. Audio keeps cutting out. Yeah, I don't know what I got to do over there. But here we're starting to see. We'll see what happens. Starting to pump back up here again. See, we're starting to get that run right now. Here's that run on the 4 hour I was telling you about. So starting to run. This would be a nice little time. XRP is trying to get over that $2 mark right there. You can see it definitely hit a wall right there at that $2. So it's trying to right now. You can see it. It's definitely trying to. Same with Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin's trying to get over that 90,000 mark right now. It's climbing right now. Trying to get over here. I think our marker was up here somewhere. I should move it down to like 990. No, maybe I'll keep it at 5. Keep it at 5. And then this is going to probably go up to 3135. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where this goes, dude. I got 2 hole-in-ones this summer. Damn, disc golfing. Oh, that's pretty badass. I haven't made any money on XRP yet. My purchases numbers is 198 and 231, so I lost on my bag. Yeah, you're down just a little bit. I once bench pressed a tectonic plate. If it doesn't break through this 90, like right here, you can see there's roughly like 90,042, which is this previous one right here. If it doesn't break through that and we don't get above that, I mean, that's not a good sign either. So this will be interesting. Fun Friday. Bro, you weren't lying about MetaMask being slow to show the USDT cent rewards. Yeah, I think I don't even see it on my SafePal though too. So unless it did come over on my SafePal. Yeah, it didn't even show up on my SafePal side either. So I'm more of a martial arts guy, not great with ball sports. It's all good. let's see, buying it low but not doing it, all healed to the ones who got in XRP at 10 cents, 12 cents. Yeah, and even 50 cents. Yeah, 50 cents was good. Right before Trump's election, right before he got elected. MetaMask has been slow for me for ages. Yeah, MetaMask is okay, right? MetaMask is okay. I used to be a clumsy kid. But all right, guys, I've been on for 2 hours. I'm gonna kick it. I'm gonna go off, kick it on this amazing. It's super slow. Oh, MetaMask is. It could be a little finicky. All wallets can be finicky sometimes, dude, depending on how the day is, dude. So, but yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. I'll be at soccer tonight. We got a training event today to go to for the girls around like 3:00. So I won't be hopping on later tonight, but I do appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming on and kicking with me today on this Friday. We'll see what today brings. You guys saw my shorts. You see where I'm at. You see my positions. Overall bullish where we're at. We'll have our ups and our downs. Trying to time those could be rough, but here we are. So with all that, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Make sure you guys are safe out there on this weekend. Again, appreciate you all. Definitely go download that BTCC app. Get over that demo mode if you haven't and give it a shot. So with all that, love you guys a ton. We're out. Peace out, everyone.